That's Eris when he gets the DJ signal at BlurCon. He's just like Hilton puts the fucking bat signal up like.
You know how much
it's a music note. It's a music note.
You guys know how
Did
much
Animaniacs do that with fucking Michael Jackson or Prince or some shit?
I think they do.
I don't know.
Do you guys know how much I have wanted to make a Instagram reel of me doing that? Of me just sitting in the room, freaking DJ signal pops up. I get up and look at it.
Let me tell you something. That shit's.
I've always wanted to do that.
It's the best opening to Batman Returns, easily. Just
So
like,
y'all.
It's like, what was he doing leading up to?
He was contemplating
deleting porn off his 1992 giant ass computer.
He was contemplating his taxes at the moment. Like,
I'm gonna say, better yet, how long were you sitting there?
Star City should be a good place to. No time for DC lore. Let's go.
No, I would like to imagine Michael. I would like to imagine Bruce Wayne was sitting here going, I really am the only DC hero in this universe. Nobody else exists.
sir, don't do that. That was
It's just me.
Nobody's ever heard of a Superman, a Green Lantern. Nobody's heard of none of them. They only know me, and they call me the Bat.
It's just me.
They ain't a Wonder Woman though. I can't slap them cheeks. That's the part I don't like though. That I don't accept.
It's me, the Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin. But no, we're here to talk about that was the tagline for Batman Returns. But
Danny DeVito look like that, nigga.
Hey, look, you was killing it with that top hat though. But anyways, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3BGPodcast. We are talking the original 1989 Batman.
I want people to understand that this is an era where
merchandising. I'm sorry.
Merchandising was crazy. Like, obviously, all three of us didn't see this in theaters. We probably saw it on home video, right? Oh, you saw it there. Okay, you're lucky.
I seen it in theaters, but here's the fun part about this. This movie, I've watched this and Batman Returns the least of all of the Batman movies.
Wow.
I have, just real talk. I have watched these the least. And if that's the case, Batman Returns, I probably only seen that probably 3 times at the most. This Batman, the original Batman, I'm gonna say a good 6, maybe 7 times. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Batman Returns is my Christmas movie.
That's fair.
But I'm not even gonna fight you on that.
But 89 Batman.
My Christmas movie was Mask of the Phantasm. See, that's what a smart ass person does.
That's artsy. That's an artsy.
That's what a smart ass person do. And I'm
sorry,
artsy,
even though it doesn't take place during Christmas. Even though it doesn't take place during Christmas, it just came out at Christmas.
I'm about to say no. It was released on Christmas. I actually went to see that junk at Christmas, man.
Oh, dude. But look, real talk. We might talk about Mask of the Phantasm at some point.
We never talked about.
We need to, but the marketing for Mask of the Phantasm, you couldn't stop because it was just like, who the fuck is this guy that's gonna fight Batman with the that was the marketing and shit. Even though adults love to sit there and play like cartoons for kids, but they were fucking glued to the fucking TV when Mask of the Phantasm was doing their marketing. So, but 89 Batman, let me tell you something, folks. During this era, now, obviously, we weren't old enough to know, but I did not know until as I got older that there were a contingent of people that didn't like Michael Keaton as Batman, and mainly that was because, hey, he did Mr. Mom.
It was because of Mr. Mom that no one really wanted to take him seriously, but then when you literally had the year before him doing Beetlejuice, that kind of gave some people the idea of, but he can do it because he did. That was
away. I personally think that would take away because it was more
not common. Me. I would look at it like, okay, range. We got range.
Yeah, but I think.
But here's the thing. I'm sorry, Chris. But you also got to remember when it comes to that, people were thinking 2 things. If you were those type of nerds that were reading the comic books, you were thinking, how can Michael Keaton be in that suit? And number 2, you were talking to people that only knew Adam West and nothing else. So their vision was very, very limited when it came to who they think. Because not even Michael Keaton got it. Jack Nicholson got it too.
Yeah,
They was
and
like, "Are you
but
sure
here's-
the Joker?"
but here's my
They
thing.
gave him more leadway, but it was like, I don't know,
Well,
Jack.
but also, it's Jack Nicholson. You better give him some fucking leave.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people thought that was going to drag him down. Like, oh wow, this is kind of
I don't know.
beneath
You know what?
That's this one of the Chris. That's how it was. That's how it was seen.
I
by
know,
some
but
people.
it's weird to me.
Especially critics.
But it's weird to me
Chris-
because
Chris
it's like
no,
I
Chris
always, but I always felt like Jack Nicholson was one of those people that was bulletproof. I still feel he's bulletproof. Where you put him in a fucking shit movie, he's gonna come out fucking fine at the end of the day.
I think this was the movie that made him bulletproof. I think that proved that to a lot.
Hang on. Before we go any further with this, Chris, you are right. There was a variety, sir. Mel Gibson, Kevin Costner, Charlie Sheen, Tom Selleck, Bill Murray, Harrison Ford, and Dennis Quaid were all approached to be the Bat.
Even people on that.
And Pierce Brosnan.
Back up for a second. No, Kevin Costner.
I got two people on the
No.
I would say yes to.
Tom Selleck only because I like Tom Selleck.
No. It's
Pierce
not
Brosnan. I can kind of see it.
And I love how Chris is so gay for the mustache. But go ahead.
It's Magnum PI. Like,
hey, it's that Magnum mustache, D. Come on, man. Doesn't make your dick hard.
Pierce Brosnan. I can see it. I can see it because it's Pierce Brosnan. I can
I'm
see
gonna
it.
say no. I say no to that. To be honest with you,
Just
Bill
like
Murray. Why did Bill Murray?
Because it's Bill Murray.
89,
Okay.
Bill Murray.
No. See, and that actually goes to the mind thing about what I think a lot of people saw with Keaton when it came to playing this, because like you just did Beetlejuice. You're a comedy person, and with Bill Murray, it's like, dude, you're on Ghostbusters. You were, that guy in Caddyshack. What the hell are you doing to be Batman? I think what I'm saying, when you come from comedy into this, people saw like what it's sort of like that. I would say yes, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Hey, Dennis, get in that bat suit, bro. Mr. Quaid, get in the bat suit.
Now, here's the fucked up part about
I'm not saying it will work, but I think that could have happened.
Now, here's a fucked up piece of information about this movie. So, Warner Brothers did some dirty shit to get Jack Nicholson.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you mention Jack Nicholson, Chris, I just want to throw in one more thing real quick. Burton himself originally was interested in casting, at the time, unknown actor Willem Dafoe to be the Joker.
I can see that. Considering he did Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, I can see it.
And years later, comic book nerds with very, very bankruptable thoughts saw that piece of information about him being cast as Joker, and years later, they need to cast him as a new Joker. When the Joker movie was getting talked about, they were like, Joaquin Phoenix, it should be Willem Dafoe.
But here's my thing.
What dirty shit did they do?
Okay.
Doity.
So they tried to
Not
get Jack
dirty,
Nicholson.
doity.
So they offered the role to Jack Nicholson and he hesitated, right? So they went to Robin Williams, and Robin Williams was like, sure. What they did was they turned around and went to Jack Nicholson and told him, hey, if you don't take this role, we're going to give it to Robin Williams. And Jack Nicholson took it. And Robin Williams got pissed off and was like, when later on they went to Robin Williams, like, hey, can you be Riddler? He more or less told them to go fuck themselves. That's fair. That's fair. That's dirty. That's dirty as shit, though. It's like, damn, like, it's fucked up.
That's not dirty.
Fair.
That's not dirty to me. That's Hollywood.
That's still dirty as fuck.
That's Hollywood.
I'm kind of curious on Robin Williams' Joker though a little bit.
Hold up, I'm sorry.
I'm curious.
I'm sorry. I slipped up. I should have continued reading. He was falsely reported to be considered for the Joker, Willem Dafoe, but actually he was considered to be Batman.
I can see that a little bit. William Dafoe's Batman.
Young unknown at the time, Willem Dafoe.
Wait, man, hold on. Willem Dafoe didn't do the Jesus movie yet.
No, he didn't do Last Temptation of Christ. He didn't do that.
Yeah. The only reason, I would say one of the reasons that, and we didn't mention this earlier, but one of the reasons that Keaton was definitely considered for Batman, despite what everybody's saying. Oh, Mr. Mom, Mr. Mom. Apparently, people didn't see the movie clean and sober.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at,
It was because of his performance in Clean and Sober. That's what made the producer John Peters say, "No, you need him."
yeah, and
hey,
I think
Chris,
Mhm.
that
John
that
Peters.
creatively bankrupt asshole, John Peters. I swear, you know the entire time we gotta get a spider in this movie.
I swear, I want to. I swear,
I hate Peter so much.
I swear, as much as I didn't mind the scene in that Flash movie, I was punching air a little bit when they put that fucking Spider and versus Nicolas Cage fucking Superman shit in that movie. I was like, I hate each and every one of y'all motherfuckers that overhyped that shit like it was gonna be the greatest thing ever, and I'm like, I hate you. I hate all y'all motherfuckers for that shit. Hate them.
Peters has, and besides, and just real talk, and besides the giant spider junk that everybody knows about him, Peters has been known to do the shit that you just said, Eris, just undercutting people, getting his way. And
he has a very narrow view on certain things, and it doesn't make any sense.
And oddly enough, he gets a lot of shit done at got a lot of shit done at WB, and that's why he was with Warner Brothers for years. Because his production team got shit done, despite what the actors and everybody else felt.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, check this shit out. Now, ultimately, at the end, we got Michael Keaton we got Jack Nicholson to be Joker. Joker considerations: Tim Curry, David Bowie, John Lithgow, Brad Dourif, Ray Liotta, and James Woods.
All of those are not bad.
Brad Dourif, I can see. Brad Dourif,
I feel like he would have
coming straight off of Chucky.
I don't think he would have made it though.
Here's the thing.
I don't think he would have made it though. I don't think
John Lithgow, I can see only because
John Lithgow would have.
Here's the thing.
He would have ate it.
John Lithgow, if you ever see that movie with him and Denzel, where he plays like Ricochet,
which we're going to do eventually.
That's some Joker shit in that movie. That man.
Hold up, guess what? Lithgow, during his audition, attempted to talk Burton out of casting him, a decision he would later publicly regret, stating, "I didn't realize it was such a big deal."
Here's the weird part.
Burton also wanted to cast John Glover, but the studio insisted on using the movie actor.
Here's the crazy part. I can hear the conversation that John Lithgow, I can hear John Lithgow's voice in my head talking to Tim Burton. That's the weird part about that. In the John Lithgow, the way he talks kind of thing.
Where's the acting in this? Do I have to do this? Like, you can play it. Like, you can play methodical and all that. How can I play the Joker methodical? You saw what Cesar Romero did. I cannot replicate that. And then when you saw Jack Nicholson do it, he's like, I couldn't did that shit.
Now, pass all this, right?
Now, hold on real quick. You said Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta.
I think Ray would have ate it too. I think Ray probably would have been a bigger star than Jack Nicholson. I know that's a lot saying, but I have this feeling like Ray Liotta would have just.
Here's my thing. No.
Cocaine eyes, cigarettes.
If I was plotting out these Tim Burton Batman movies, give me Ray Liotta as Harvey Dent.
Nah, Ray Liotta as Black Mask.
Ooh, shit.
Yes.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah,
that would have been dope as fuck.
Just saying. Willem Dafoe as Scarecrow. See, it writes itself.
Yeah. But anyways, if you look at
Burton with Scarecrow, that's the only thing I wanted to see. Outside of that, I don't care about it.
This era of Batman, when this came out, right? I think it says something about the marketing.
David Bowie as Ra's al Ghul.
No, I give him Hugo Strange.
How are you doing,
Strange?
Detective? Who?
Hugo Strange.
I wouldn't give that to him. No.
Give him race.
Or Riddler.
Give him race. No, give him race and let him look as transsexual as possible.
I mean, because think about it. Imagine David Bowie just coming out of the Lazarus pit. Hello, detective.
How about you just give me fucking transsexual Riddler as David Bowie? That would be great.
No.
Stop being modern, Chris.
Yeah. And if anything, Riddler is extremely closetedly gay. He's closet.
David Bowie. Boom, there you go.
No, David Bowie was open about the penises he sucked because he slept with him on every night.
Well, also, underage girls too.
We're not going to go there with that one, sir.
Sir.
I understand this is the year of calling out all the PDF files.
Sir. He's a white man that made great music and married Iman. I think.
Yeah. So Chris, why you bringing up him being a PDF?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I just
Like, honestly, my nigga, what was the reason? He dead, bruh.
Iman don't care.
That is you. That is on the same level of, them little kids with Michael Jackson house. Shut up.
First off, Michael Jackson can beat the allegations. David Bowie, not so much.
And I can beat those little boys. Oh God, I can't.
Shut up.
I can't.
Shut up.
I love
mouth right now.
I love making fun of Mike.
Eris came disco say, "You shut your dirty whore mouth."
Mike was outside. Mike was outside smoking a cigarette. So that little one that came over there.
All I was going to say was,
you ain't get.
All I'm saying,
nah, man, he too pure, bro. I can't.
All I'm saying is, when the FBI fails 10 years of watching and monitoring to get something on a black man,
first off,
you can't argue.
And Chris,
you can't argue.
And Chris, when that grown 49-year-old woman came out and tried to make David Bowie look like a freaking PDF, saying like, "Yeah, I was only 14, and he did this and did that." Shut up. We trying to bring that man down for, man. His wife is black ex.
Also, Sue, let's be real. The FBI can't catch a cold. They couldn't even prevent 9/11. All right, come on.
That's different.
And also the Lolly Lou. The full fact that Lolly Lou was behind that. Don't do that.
That is very, very different, sir. That you're talking about two completely different things. If it's one thing about taking down the most popular rich black man on planet Earth versus taking down a bunch of pissed off Muslims, which do you think is the easier target here? You got one right here at home. You just got to go overseas.
Hey, look, Chris, I would answer that question for Eris. Time to put these bloody underwear up in Michael Jackson's.
Kobe.
I'm just saying. Which do you think is the easier one to go?
I'm just saying, bro.
Thank you.
Just saying. Oh yes, everybody hit F for my boy. This is democracy. Manifest.
Yeah,
he died. Not.
Everybody put the letter O and the number 7 in the chat for the salute, please.
This is democracy. Manifest. Put your hand off my.
Now, I want people to understand something. Like, there is something to be said about, like, even if you watched when Batman came out on home video, I just love that we were a part of that spectacle in media, just everything with Batman, that it lasted that long all the way through home video. Like, it was just like, you could, though it looked like Batman was every fucking where, whether it was the Prince album with Batman, the soundtrack, like the home video, the toys, just, it was every fucking where. It was on buses around this area. I remember as a kid.
It was everywhere. The one thing I give Warner Brothers is that they went in. They knew what they had. They knew that Tim Burton was brewing something good, and they was like, "We got this." When it came to just like the like I said earlier, the merchandising of everything in this movie, ridiculous. Everywhere you went, you saw the freaking logo of Batman, yeah. And it was
Danny Elfman's song and everything. Just,
you know how much money this, like, when it came to merchandise, was sold in 1989? $750 million worth of merchandise was sold.
Inflation, billions.
That's in the billions.
That is in the billions today. But $750 million in 1989.
That is pure.
Stupid.
Look, you gotta understand, folks. This ain't streaming shit. None of this inflated bullshit. This is like pure uncut numbers here. Like, like motherfuckers went to the store, the Sam Goody to go buy the fucking Batman 89 soundtrack and shit like that. Like come on, bro. Like
it was big into everything. The one thing, if I could forget everything about this movie, you know, the one thing I will never forget, this.
Oh,
just that logo
symbol
alone, I will never forget.
Isn't that the Batman Inc. logo?
Yeah.
Something like that. Now, at least nowadays it's considered a Batman Inc.
Dude, the fucking McDonald's as a McDonald's kid.
Yes, it had that.
Didn't they have the cup? Didn't they have the cups, or was that Batman Returns?
That was Batman Returns.
Batman
Returns.
My bad.
No. That was Batman Forever. Because remember, because of the penguin biting the nose shit, they canceled the Batman. No, they canceled the Batman promo. Yes, they did.
No, errors. It was more than just the biting of the nose. It was, I don't like that my son has this toy of Catwoman looking very, very sexual.
Oh, yeah, that shit too. But no, it was really the whole. I
loved it.
The straw that broke the camel's back was the nose biting.
And that tells you where superhero movies were and the reason why they didn't grow and didn't really push that until they took a chance on Blade making that rated R. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because at that time they had to fit this PG type of thing so the kids can see it, because they still said, you know, because this was still during the time where cartoons were still for kids. You know what I mean? Same thing with superheroes. It's just for kids. Only nerds like this.
It gotta be real. Batman Returns was so dark that it was like, this Happy Meal ain't so happy anymore.
And I remember seeing as a kid on the news, they was just showing all the Batman toys and all the stuff at McDonald's. It was stupid, bro.
Look at this. That's what we had.
Yeah.
I had that Batman cereal at least 3 times in my life. I will forever miss the Batman fries.
Those
Batman fries.
The McDonald's fries. I remember going to McDonald's and my dad had got, you know, because again, I'm a kid, so I'm not going to get a Big Mac. My dad got it and like the Batman fries. I was like, I want that fry box.
I remember the Frisbee because that Frisbee was glow in the dark.
My aunt had the mug. She actually had a Batman mug.
I had my cousins had like the cups, and of course, I think every kid had a variation of the Batman car in their life.
Mm-hmm.
But the 89 one, I will just admit, it's come on, man, it's the 89 Batmobile, bro. You not gonna, you can't get more iconic.
I mean, look, because let's be real, like. You gotta think about like if you had a movie coming out, McDonald's was pretty much the first to get a toy from it. Like Burger King wasn't gonna get no goddamn toy. Roy Rogers wasn't gonna get no damn toy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Roy Rogers had toys.
Roy Rogers tried.
I know they did. I know they had toys.
Look. No kid was saying, "Mom, I want to go to Roy Rogers in 1989."
Couple kids were. If you had a Roy Rogers, and you ate there. You said.
White kids, not black kids.
Do you know that Roy Rogers was serving the Negro community?
Let me put your fingers at me.
Let me tell you something.
This is sick part D. We had like 5 Roy Rogers in PG County. That's the crazy part.
Boy, I will never forget. The second I got to high school, they tore that.
Yeah, there was one in there was one in Hyattsville. I think there was one in Greenbelt. Wasn't there one in Forestville or some shit?
No, it was. Yes, it was one in Forestville. They were spread out around PG County. I was like, damn, we really did have some Roy Rogers. And there was a Roy Rogers right there in front of Andrews Air Force Base, and another one right by Crossland. Yeah, and they all went down around the same time. There was one in Eastover, I think, too.
Yeah, there was one.
But that's when the Roy Rogers in the '90s started losing. See, we sound like people in the Midwest that be talking about.
Well, there's Roy Rogers in Waldorf now, so yay.
There's 2 of them down there, and they both trash. Anyway,
2? Wow.
Yes, one in was basically La Plata, but whatever. But but still, it's 2 of them. And they both not worth.
But nah, man, the media rollout for Batman was just insane, and just to be a part of that. Just to see it, it was just, and for it to last that long all the way to home video was crazy. That's some longevity for your ass right there.
I think that's one of the things where you could look up in back in the day of how you can have a movie like that just get to the movie theaters. You know what I mean, man?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of lucked up on that shit, man. And you know, and the thing that gets me when it comes to not just the longevity of the shit, but how much it stuck out in people's minds. Like usually when you get anything that's heavily merchandised, it gets kind of panned later on of what they open their they had all the little kids' mouths open, they were just dumping stuff in there. But this was different. This wasn't like when they was trying to sell us Transformers in the middle of the Transformers movie. This wasn't looking at a brand new episode of G.I. Joe, knowing damn well Duke is like, wow, we have a brand new tank.
Nah, this was a
And you
movie
know you
where
got to see it in the toy store the next day. This movie was straight up telling you, buy our shit before you even see the
here's
movie.
the crazy
And
part.
people were like this. You know what I mean?
Now here's the thing about this movie, right? Now, obviously, if you're a comic book fan, you should be doing this to this movie because it's not lore like the comics, right? But like,
yeah.
no, but here's the thing, like as a kid, what I knew of Batman was, okay, his parents got killed in the alleyway and all that and stuff. And with the way this movie did it, it was like, oh, the Joker had something to do with his parents being killed, right? Now, again, as a kid, I didn't care. I was just watching it because it's Batman and Joker, they're fighting. But then you get older, you're like, well, Joe Chill killed his family. But like, at the same time, though, there's that part of you that lets it go there even as an adult today, I still love this movie.
Okay, when it comes to all right, so it's funny. There are a couple of reasons why you wouldn't like this movie. One of them being obvious, you weren't born at the time, so you don't get the hype about this movie. It looks kind of old to you. Yeah. It looks kind of very cheap to you. I understand that.
Oh, very understandable.
That's group number one. Group number two. Was where I'm about to put myself in. And that's why I was when I was watching this movie, where it's like, all right, D, look at this as a movie. How is it? It's start to finish. There's wacky shit in this, and juxtapose that to a Batman. It's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you know what Batman is, and you've been watching it as long as we have, and just some real shit. This is not us being old, but this is us being old. Back in the day in the DC area, we used to always get the 66 Batman played in the morning time around about 6 a.m. A lot of kids watched it, and a lot of kids in this area watched it before they went to school. So basically we seen Batman from start to finish. We know that Batman can be different things. We know that just because you see in the movie theaters doesn't make it established lore. It's the problem that I get with MCU movies when it comes to certain things. There are some things where I do believe that you do need established lore, but then there's some things where it's like, shut up and watch the movie. You know what I mean? It's a combination. And Chris, we talked about this at length, and it's kind of funny. Established lore can go fuck itself if the movie's all right.
Yeah.
But sometimes there is things where it's like, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me that he was the one that killed his parent? Come on. Small world. You know what I mean? I get it. I totally get that. And I think with this movie, it was telling its own version of Batman, because this Batman lives in the obvious 80s, but it's still obviously the 1950s. So it has this Art Deco world pretty much going on. It lives in its own universe. Same thing. So I
Which Bruce Timm did in the animated series. Gave that
Bruce Timm actually, and I think Bruce Timm actually established his universe a lot better than Tim Burton's. But of course, you had episodes to really do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he took the same thing. Let's take that 1950s style, put computers in there, but let's bring it back to where it's actually the 1960s, and he just has a big ass supercomputer. Okay, fine. We can believe that shit. And then Superman showed up, and the Batman's like, "No, it's 1990.
Modern era. Let's go."
But modern era. Shut up, kids. You know,
the crazy thing,
there is a difference to that shit.
But the crazy thing about this movie is that because bear in mind, this isn't the first time, because I think when we did Batman the first time, we did all 4 movies and we just kind of split it into 2. But one of the things that was kind of funny though watching this film is that a lot of the decisions with certain characters, because they kind of gave up later on, and stuff. But one of them being what's his face playing Harvey Dent in this movie.
Oh yeah, Billy D playing Harvey
Dent.
D
in both movies. This in Returns. And it was just kind of
he was in Return. Was he in Returns?
Yeah, he appeared very briefly.
Briefly in Returns.
Briefly in Returns. But it was like you didn't care because it's like, well, it's Billy D. Williams. He's a dope ass person. And funny enough, it's weird because in the back of my mind, older obviously and stuff, it's like I could see Billy D. maybe playing, Harvey Dent, Two-Face, maybe in a weird way.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah, and I mean,
You're
look,
right. You're right. Warren Beatty needed to be in this movie somewhere.
No, and considering how when the animated series came out, we got a real light-skinned looking Harvey Dent.
I love it.
I always assumed that he was black.
He's a little brownish.
He was brown.
Him and Lex Luthor, I considered.
They said they olive, but I'm like little brown, little brown.
Look. I considered him and Lex Luthor black,
but
so
also
that's just.
I
don't yell that out. No, they were black. I don't do that.
Here's the thing, though. Clancy Brown's voice just kind of does give off a little bit of blackish, a little bit,
a tiny bit of nigga, just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, a coffee drop, if you will, of nigga. Oh, man. Clancy Brown did come off like that, and that's what I love.
He an all-star. He
a true all-star.
I'm gonna empty this can to Colt 45, and then I'm gonna empty this Colt 45.
Wait a minute. What is it now, Batman? You know, you got one. Come on now. What is it, Batman? What's going on? You have to flip a coin. All right, I flip a coin. Oh, a nigga can flip a coin because I'm gonna shut up. Cling.
But nah, it's
and that I think that look, here's a fun thing. Love Billy D. I think that's where the movie would have failed. Putting him in that Two-Face makeup. There's a part of me is like,
well,
there's a part of me that we ducked. There's a part of me that makes me say that we ducked a 9/11 to freaking Billy D's career, because if we put him in that Two-Face, I don't know. They did. Part of me thinks they would have botched it. That would have been his career.
They did do a comic, I believe, that took place during that. Yeah, and Billy D's like Harvey Dent was like Two-Face. It looked dope as shit. I ain't gonna lie. It was I forgot who did. I think DC did do the comic, but I forgot. I don't know if it was somebody else that did it.
Was
but
it
was like
one of those like how they did Batman 88, Batman 66?
Yeah.
Like by the way, DC did Batman. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric. You got.
No, sorry. I had to run and grab this because you mentioned it. You said we dodged. Years later, sir, this came out.
Yeah, that's the one.
Thank you, Eris.
That's the one.
Now we can say that's
Batman '89 comic.
Mm-hmm.
Now I forgot about that. That did come out. Thank you, Eris. We were just trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, did that release?
Yep, they got released. That was the era, because remember, that was that time, like you said, they did the 66 Batman, but there was that with
the actor that they had ready to play Harvey Dent in that one, but they didn't do it. And it was good.
I'm about to deep throat this, man. Alex Ross did a dope ass art where it was 66 Batman, Christopher Reeve Superman, and old girl as Wonder Woman. I was like, the team up that never happened. I wish happened. Like, God damn it.
And whoever did the cover to that and the 66 one, I love the 66 one.
Especially when they put Green Hornet on the front of it with it. I was like,
one of the 66 I like, because you just see Harvey Dent sitting there. You just see Harvey Dent sitting there, and he like flipping the coin. I loved it.
This makes so much sense.
What? Show us.
No, this makes so much sense why Marlon Wayans was originally cast to be Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At one point in time, we were going to get a Black Robin.
Mm-hmm. And D's going to say this. Good. That didn't happen.
Funny enough.
He got the laugh. I think they would have botched it.
No, here's the thing. He still got paid for it.
I know he got paid for it.
Yeah. That was the funniest shit. He was like, don't matter. I still got a check.
I still think we would have botched it with both. I think it would have been botched badly. And hold on, we think white people are unwielding, and meandering in all their upsetness that somebody went from white to black. Now, if that would have happened in the mid-90s, do you know the shitstorm that would have happened? You made Robin black?
Here's the weird part. Did anybody here's the thing. I think because it's Billy D, nobody gave a shit that Harvey Dent was
Billy
black.
D would have probably passed. Because
I said Billy D.
That's
Lando
Calrissian. Colt 45, Mahogany. He would have got around with that. Marlon, who D always has said this, and I always say, and despite how much people like him in Aretha, halfway can act anyway, and you want him to be Robin?
There's some dude like the guy from In Living Color, that nigga? Like, I
The
guess.
littlest Wayne? I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad. I'm dead serious about that. And as much as I'm sick of other black nerds who keep saying that to me, like I don't know it's a fact, I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm just being honest with you.
Here's the thing about this movie. I loved the aesthetics of the movie because it's Tim Burton doing his weird weird artsy stuff. Yeah, but nah, that opened the Danny Elfman song is dope as shit. Like, all the way down to like that. Dude, the money shot of the movie, and it's near the end. He takes all them balloons, and all of a sudden, bat symbol. I'm like, oh
no,
Chris.
It's when he flies the jet all the way up.
Yeah.
Right into the center of the moon.
Yes.
And it makes the Batman symbol just to drop back down and go after Joker. That was the money shot. All right, you want to know my second one? It's very, very early in the movie. It's literally the opening. The Batman theme playing, Danny Elfman's track going hard, right? I still say to this day they did it better than Mortal Kombat. You know how in the Mortal Kombat opening they show the dragon, and then it shows the dragon symbol. For me, the Batman one still did it better because
when it moved and it focused in like that.
Yeah, you're seeing all the crevices and shit and corners of the Batman signal, and then when it finally reveals itself as a signal, and then it just comes right at your face. Cinematic perfection. I love
Tracy Lords.
Harris, when you said comes right in your face,
I know.
You did right because when it moved in, here's me. Look, somebody beside me. What you doing, D? Trying to look at the movie, nigga.
trying to take it all in.
I didn't do that. What you talking about? What you looking at me? You a gay nigga. Leave me alone, man. Look at the movie.
Now, when we talk we talk about Michael Keaton, but I think the person that stole this movie easily, Jack Nicholson's Joker. There is something to be said.
I'm sorry. It's the prosthetics they put in his mouth.
This picture up.
I don't know. I just picked a picture. He said Jack.
It's the chef's hat for me. Like just But nah, we were talking about this offline about like I loved how we get the gangster Joker and the anarchist Joker, and Jack Nicholson does a great job of combining both in such a way, and it's scary because the one part of this movie, because again, you're a kid watching it and you're seeing Joker do his Joker stuff, but the one part that got me, and again, because as a kid I didn't put two and two together, when he spiked the makeup that poisoned the lady, and she's like there, right, and she's smiling up, and again as a kid I didn't pick up on it. I was like, what's wrong with the lady? Why is she smiling? And then you get older, and you're like, oh shit, that is fucked up. Like, God, I think it was like, yo.
I feel that it was actually creepier in the animated series. You just got people.
I got a couple of things.
You're right. I remember that standing out to me when I watched it as a kid.
I got a couple of things I would like to throw out. See, I would say this: had Joker survived this movie and not died at the end, I got a feeling that his next harebrained scheme would have been the fish shit from the animated series.
Scheme. I love the fact that you said that. Like, yes. Joker. No. When you say harebrained schemes, that means you have a 0 success rate. So So when you say harebrained scheme with Joker, it's like, come on, Joker at least gets 35% right, man. Come on.
Even then when I look at it in the cartoon, I was like, Joker, what were you trying to do? You were trying to franchise fish, a natural resource. There was money on that. But one other thing, going back to the other thing, you guys were talking earlier about how you classify 89 Joker. I'm gonna go a little bit left to center, and I would classify this Joker as gangster terrorist.
He said left to center like this is a political talk. He's really left to center. He's not
No,
really
no.
Yes, sir. See,
No.
see, he believes in abortion, but he also believes that everyone has a choice.
No, but hear me out. I consider him a gangster terrorist because number one, yeah, you move like a pure gangster. You can't. I mean, you were working under freaking Grissom as a gangster. Come on, you already had a purple suit. Okay,
He fucked his girlfriend, by the way. Just
what he
saying.
did, more gangster moves.
Actually, no, back up. That's more of a Jack Nicholson move than a Joker move. If you think about it.
Actually, it is a Jack Nicholson move because he fucked
no.
Jack Palance's girl. So that sounds like something that Jack Nicholson would do.
Let's keep focused. It's pure gangster moves. You're moving in on dude's girlfriend, knowing damn well that's your boss. You haven't even mapped out a plan to knock the guy off yet.
Hey, Eris, see how he looking at that bitch's hand right there?
Yes,
that was the best scene of the movie for D. Who's looking at it like, what the fuck you think this is, ho?
Now, all of that, including him surviving the Ace Chemical plant, fall.
Axis Chemical. See, it's different. See, it's different in this one than it actually in the comic book, and that's why I don't like Mr. Burton, because he took so much for the lore and didn't use it at all.
Whore, please shut it.
Whore.
Yes.
Whore. You call it? So you mean to tell me dudes from what's the podcast that Chris can't stand? Who's the dude? Geeksy Gamers. You call them the Geeksy Gamers guys whores? Chill. Get on.
Will you stop doing the clout?
Hey, Chris, I felt like that punch actually hit me on that one. I felt Chris doing that to me.
No, get it back. Get it back. Jesus.
I'm sorry, Eris. Look, Eris, I'm so sorry. We love this movie as much as you. I'm so sorry, Eris.
I know. I'm just saying.
Our director's commentary for this movie would be a shit show. You know this, right?
Yeah, it would be. And yeah, I am on one tonight. But listen,
it's hopped up a Mountain Dew.
Ew.
No, go ahead.
No. The other gangster move, sir. Not only do you take out Carl Grissom, but you also took out your boy Benny. You know, the other big guy gangster. When he decided after shocking the other one who dared to question
Anton.
Yeah, Anton. Like when Anton dared to question him at the gangster meeting in broad daylight, by the way, which was a nice callback in Dark Knight. They have this meeting and you shocked the nigga to death, frying him. And so he really has a conversation with a corpse going, grease them? All of them? You are a hell of a bastard. It's like, you are one hell of a bastard. And I'm glad you're dead. So he decides to wipe out the rest, like the other heads of the freaking mafia. My man is pulling Michael Corleone moves. And
look, the man has ambitions. This is pure gangster. But at the same time, he makes time to be a terrorist by spiking not just perfume and makeup and shit, but it's in everything. Because remember, Batman cracked the code when he figured out it's not just one thing; it's actually a combination of things that makes the Joker poison. The funniest thing about it was seeing the newscasters looked all fucked up.
Yeah, everybody, bro. Hold on, my man who had the unbrushed hair, the uncombed hair,
which the dots on his face.
I'm like, huh. Yeah,
I will say this. I agree with both of you. Only thing I would say, this is
therefore gangster terrorist.
This is gangster to me. We're all saying pretty much the same thing here. So I would say it is more crime boss with a splash of anarchist. Only reason why is because I would say a splash is because, of course, throwing out money, fucking with the water supply, showed up on TV in glasses with a fake bird, I don't really all of that kind of falls into the wackiness of who Joker really is. So
anarchist,
I wouldn't say it's so much an anarchist, because anarchist
it's not. It's really not.
And that's why I'm about to go on, Eris. It really is. I say a splash because of course he needs anarchy to happen. So everybody's outside while he dumps all that shit onto Gotham. That's like the only bit that you get like that. Everything else is, in my opinion, still leaning on what I like to call comic book villain. Just pure comic book villain. Like, Batman, do you no pure Cesar Romero? Batman, do you see what I have done? I have taken all the pumpkins in Gotham and I inserted something in them. You won't get away with this, Joker. Oh, yes, I will, Batman. It's still that same thing, but he took it on his own. Dude, and that's the reason why I kind of like it, because that's why when we finally get Heath Ledger, it's straight up like, dude, what are you getting at? I'm not getting nowhere. I'm just trying to do shit. Like we said, our favorite line from him is like, I'm a dog chasing cars, dude.
Dude, the funniest.
I have no point.
I'm sorry to be laughing at this, but it just reminds me of 66 Joker. You can say that over the phone, Batman, but if you were here, I'd pound you to a pulp. This nigga has the phone. He's standing a good 10 feet behind Joker.
Pound you like a pulp. Open the door.
He literally walks over, hangs up the phone, and says, "Start pounding, Joker."
Joker, like I said, and that's another thing about
it. Will never not be funny to me.
Joker has no choice but to be funny, even when he's not supposed to be
funny. The part
funny.
that had me rolling was when the newscasters cut the Joker and he's just like, fucking done. I'm fucking
Do you want to know?
Doing this shit in sunglasses.
I love the fake bird. I love the fake bird in that scene. I'm sorry I didn't get a picture of that one, but I love the fake bird. Now, you know what another pure example of Joker is? It's the purity of Joker. Him trying to match the energy of a statue. That is Joker to a T. Like, I love that shit.
Actually, can I also point out the Joker boss gangster move? When my man was making the announcement of he's gonna dump, what was it? He was dumping like 100 million or whatever on the streets of Gotham. When he did this move, hold up, go back to this real quick. When he does this move of, I think was it the police commissioner was trying to say something, interrupt him. Joker does this shit. He literally moves the camera just so it's him and only him.
Now, when he did that, I know what everybody said. Oh, man, Joker set it up. No, here's D. I love that, Tim Burton. You didn't have to do Looney Tunes, and you
didn't do that at all.
Thank you so much, Timothy Burton. Bring your wild ass, sweaty hair over here. Like I would have done. Like here, no, hey Chris, here's the best part. It smells like Helena Bonham Carter. And Johnny Depp
with a hint of stop it with a hint of hickory. You know this needs to be a Batman version of that, right?
Nick, no, that's Joker putting his hand on Batman.
Dude in the middle is Bob.
No. Speaking of which, Bob is the greatest henchman ever.
I think Absolutely. Bob. I love Bob, but I feel like
I need y'all to take a look at this. Look at this man. Look at this man. Before he even becomes the Joker, this man was the greatest henchman, like the number one henchman that Jack Napier had.
Awesome.
And I got to keep it real with you. Just the fact that Bob was so cool as a henchman that he got his own toy.
Dude.
During Batman Mania, he got his own toy.
And yet, best scene ever in the movie, Bob. God.
I mean, he was on it, ready, handed it to him. My man took it, shot him, took the hat off. Gonna need a minute alone, boys.
So abrupt. It's like,
you fucked
all
up.
Right. All right,
my nigga fucked up, and I had to take
can you really blame Bob for this though?
No, you couldn't. It was just the end of the movie. No, it was just the end of the movie, and we had no choice but to do that.
Actually, I think the best. It's not really the best line, but I think the funniest line. I'm glad they put it in the trailer back in the day. I'm glad they put it in the trailer the back in the day. It was like, where does he get those toys?
Where does he get those? Like, where does he get those magnificent?
He gets them from McDonald's. No, exclusive at McDonald's. You can get a Batman.
I would not be surprised if that actually was a commercial back in the day.
It was.
Now, D real quickly has to say this to my niggas that don't dance. Do the rock away.
Wait.
Lean back. Lean back. I showed this to my kids and they forced me to rewind it 5 times because they thought it was the stupidest thing they have ever seen.
Can I also point out something, D? Can we give up the fact that my man is leaning back in a pair of Jordan 6s?
Yeah, not even that. Eris, my thing is this. That leather was so unforgiving. There was no movement. Michael Keaton said that's the only reason why he wore the sneakers, because it was the only way he could move.
That's the ironic part.
It's just the fact that they actually took a pair of Jordan 6s and just extended the freaking top to turn them into boots. I'm like, bro, this man is beating the shit out of Joker goons in some Jordan 6s.
I'm laughing so much.
And the fact that Nike never once gave us a Jordan 6 retro in a Batman Joker color or some shit. The fact that they never did that is sad.
I just think it's
Nike
funny.
is slipping.
I just think it's funny that when me and Sue were watching the Flash movie, I was like, finally we get a mobile 89 Batman kicking the shit out of folks, because goddamn, this 89 movie, he's fighting. There's one scene, even as a kid, I thought it was ridiculous. Remember my man fucking leaped over the fence and was like, ah! And I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a great fight. And all Batman does is tink, tink, bip. And I'm like,
no, remember the first thing he did was Buddha palm.
yeah, Buddha palm.
It's like, see, here's
that man with the Buddha palm.
And that's why.
When it turns to the side, they hit the kick just to knock him out.
Now, and that's the reason why I have to be real with the movie a little bit. That's where the movie gets dated. That's where that and the bat shield over the car where they had to do stop motion, which hold on, real talk. I was in the movie theaters when that happened. The oohs and ahs are like, oh, when that happened. I look at it now. What the fuck is that?
Nah, him doing
because
this. Him as Batman like this, like.
That's another thing. I showed my kids a scene of that. Of course, my middle child, who can't take nothing seriously, for the rest of the bus ride, he was doing this. He would dip down and turn like that.
My favorite. Hold on, go back.
Looks so dated when it comes to that.
No, D, go back to the lean back picture.
Wait, where's that? There. Lean back.
Now hold on. Now listen. What I wish you got the lean forward picture. Lean forward. How much do you weigh?
Yeah, I wish I got that one.
About 108. But I think a lean forward just to ask her how much do you weigh.
Hey, yo, girl, I got a question real quick.
How much you weigh?
Real quick, how much you weigh? You know what? I will say this is, but that like there isn't a pre now. Can I say one thing? I want Eris to punch me because I know he's going to punch me. I think when we hit that thing of who's the best Batman, we need to shut up. I think everybody needs to shut up. I'm tired of all of us picking a Batman. I think, and then making a fortress and start shooting at everybody because I think Christian Bale was the better one. Michael Keaton was the best one. Pat was the best one. Kevin Conroy's the real Batman. I'm tired of that.
Hang on, Chris. Go ahead, D.
I'm just saying, I'm tired of that because. Why did I get the Michael? What did I get the Michael for?
Because here's my thing.
What did I get the no. What did I get the Michael for?
I'm sorry, that was more from me because I am also tired of the argument.
I am. Only reason why is because I see flaws in each and every one of them. And the flaw in this one, this is the most uninteresting, except George Clooney, most uninteresting Bruce Wayne. He's not even cool Bruce Wayne to me. Now he's better he's better in Batman Returns, much better in Batman Returns.
Here's the crazy part about you, Batman, right? Like I enjoy Michael Keaton's Bruce and it's Batman for what it is, especially in the first two films. I think me and D, we marked out at Ben Affleck's Batman from that warehouse scene because that's like, Jesus, that shit was peak Batman. Oh my God damn!
Oh, that was Arkham series Batman.
Look,
we were literally watching the video games on.
That's like one of two things Zack Snyder did great. Did great.
We saw Zack Snyder actually try to get that gold trophy for the free.
He tried. God damn.
He did it. He did the free flow comment trophy.
Yeah, this could be recency bias, and D knows this. I like the Batman version because that's that. Hey, Rob Pattinson's Batman. I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I do like it.
I like it too.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like in a way.
Christian Bale's I like to a degree, but Dark Knight Rises aside.
Again, and even with what I liked about Christian Bale, the one thing all of us hated about him, I love it. I'm in the I love Christian Bale forever.
That's what I do.
This is what I do. It's what I am.
I did like his Bruce and Batman.
I hate it, but it's good. But it went around the whole earth to now be awesome. I love that because every time I read Batman and it ain't Kevin Conroy's voice I hear, where is it at? What are you doing?
No. Swear to me.
The best what? Seth Green doing it. Oh, my dead parents.
No. I got one. Dark Knight.
Or
punching Heath Ledger against
the best and yet worst. Hold on, the best and yet worst line of that movie. So that's how it feels when somebody else does that. Here's me. Why are you still talking like that, Bruce? There's nobody there.
Don't get me wrong. I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne.
I do. I think he's very good as
he kills it as Bruce Wayne.
But also him doing that Batman scream and Bane like, oh, I'm like, Bane's still gonna break it back, dog. Sorry.
That guttural yell.
I like Robert Pattinson's guttural yell when he took that adrenaline.
And like even with Robert Pattinson, I was like, this bitch ass nigga. Punch, crack, punch. I'm vengeance. Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Oh no. You don't understand.
Hold on. Look, y'all. D was like this. Oh man, I gotta watch this.
Oh no, D, you don't understand. Me and Sue were sitting in that theater like, oh my God. Oh.
And look, we said it on the Batman podcast when we did it a couple years ago. The part that got D, the cars flipped over, and I'm mad they did it in the trailer, but it was still good. Doom. You saw that 1 foot. I'm like, oh God, I would have shit myself. And it would have been falling while I'm upside down. It would have been falling because all you heard was that music and the footsteps. Like, ooh, he's a good Batman.
No, it was Colin Farrell. I got you. Like the car coming in from the background. Like it cleared that ramp just to catch up.
And of course, this is real talk. We can I think it's universally known at this point, especially if you've seen every version of Batman. I think it's universal. Yes, Kevin Conroy is the best one. Just hands down, we're not going to get nobody up there. But even to his voice actors, to an extent, I love Dietrich Bader when he gets to do Batman. He did in the Harley Quinn and Brave and the Bold. I didn't like Jason O'Mara, but there was something about his grumbly, I don't feel like doing this voice where it fit for some reason.
Bruce Greenwood.
I like Bruce Greenwood from
Bruce Greenwood
from Under the Red Hood.
Bruce Greenwood had
not like this.
Exactly. The like I tried, damn it. You can't do that whole speech he gave Jason at the end, which was like, that's bad.
Sorry. Like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'm I'm trying to save you now.
Actually,
And then here comes the third. Here comes, in D's opinion, the fourth best Joker of all time. Well, you gotta give it to the.
actually, no. The funniest shit ever.
He's about to put the whole shit together.
Funniest
Came back from the dead.
Bruce Greenwood did a funniest Batman delivery in the fact that in Young Justice, somehow Batman made Superman out to be the worst dirtbag dad ever.
How did that happen?
Because Superman was
We
like,
have data on Bruce endangering children, and for some reason, Clark Kent is a shitty dad. Is an actual.
he's
shitty
looking at
dad.
Superboy like, I don't want that kid. And I'm like, hey, dude, he's your clone, dog. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I understand that, but you have a responsibility, Bruce. I know you're not talking about responsibility in kids. And Bruce is like, hey, yo, for real, we doing that? We doing that? Take care of your seed, nigga. Take care of your seed.
Hold up.
That
Deviation.
being said, you're right. Will Arnett took the Christian Bale voice and did his own thing with it. It is hilarious. Every
Real
time
quick.
my son watches the Lego Batman all the time, and that joke is
Slight
hilarious.
deviation. Young Justice, when they try to shade Batman, like, so you just gonna let kids be there? He's like, first off, I helped Robin get vengeance. All right, don't be doing this, Diana. Don't be doing this bullshit to me. I didn't force him to the life. All right.
The other one I like, the recent one on Crisis. Jensen Ackles, who does a great Batman himself,
I love it.
who is supposed to be the successor to Kevin Conroy. We'll see what happens if how DC wants to follow that. Well, WB wants to follow that. But that being said, I like how he was like, "Hey, Bruce, it's me. I'm sorry, who are you? Me, Dick. Oh, you're with the Flying Graysons. Yeah, you saved me. We're a team. We're a team. You and I together. That sounds very
irresponsible.
That's very irresponsible.
Very irresponsible.
He's like, no, you made me who I am. I love and I love that aspect. Like, no, like we always say that Robin was like abused and a little bit, but you see what he did. Come on, man. Piccolo kick go on down that mountain for a reason. So same thing.
Suck it up, kid.
Hey, Hachi said yoink to Kazuya. Same thing. Same.
First off, no. He didn't say yoink,
hold on. Yes, he said Kobe. Come on. Joe Jackson said, hey, Mike. And you see what he got out of that? Come on, man. You have to break eggs to make the best omelet.
Michael Jackson didn't have the best business sense as a kid, but he sure can fucking dance and sing.
You know why? Oh,
hey, Tito, come over here.
You know what Tito can do? You know what Tito can do?
I get what you're saying. No, Chris, I get what you're saying when you say he didn't have the best business sense, because when you try to run his candy store, the man was like, how much did you buy all this candy for? 50 cents? How much did you sell it for? 50 cents? Yeah, you better stick to singing, son.
You better keep twirling. Get your ass up, nigga. Like, come on.
Hey, listen, he learned that lesson real quick, coming out and buying all the Beatles catalog and ended up owning half of Sony.
5-year-old MJ after Joe Jackson told him that shit.
Sir, no. It was this.
Did I just catch you having fun?
No. So the same thing can be said about Robin. Now look at Robin now.
No, the gun was clear. No, the gun.
Joe to Michael.
No.
Look at your son.
No.
Look at Tito in the background. Just do it, Mike. Just do it, Mike.
That gun shit was clearly after young child Mike found his pet rat killed by a mouse trap.
Woo! Ben.
You know that Ben is amazingly sad.
Nigga, Joe half asleep. Oh, we got him good. Nigga went right. He not missing the beat.
Speaking of,
yeah, I agree. Joe didn't beat his ass hard enough to pass it down generationally.
3T.
Jesus.
Those are just some pretty head niggas. They were nothing else. They just had pretty ass hair, and they were from Indiana. I'm sorry, California.
I look at 3T and I'm like, how did you let another bad creation wash you guys? That's crazy.
No. How did they let All for One watch them? Don't do that. All for One was a change in faces.
I swear. Great song.
No, how you let immature lap circles?
Sir.
It's called
Peak.
You want to know the fun thing? Hey, you want to know the fun thing?
Yeah, listen.
You want to know the real fun part about that?
Breakup song was "Please Don't Go." Their heartbreak song.
You want to know the fun part about it?
The girl that dies.
Or the girl that dies.
And they never continue that music.
They never did. But anyway, go ahead before we get back to this movie.
Real quick. You want to know a fun thing that I clocked this with some girls. I'm like, did you listen to Immature? Yeah. Name me a song that isn't a breakup song. Shut up, D. That's what I get all the time. The only ones that know that, here's me. Yeah, of course your hoe ass would have known what that song was.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah. You know the girls that clearly had a 20-year-old boyfriend in high school. Yeah, them. Anyway,
I will say this. I actually later on ended up buying the Batman '89 soundtrack that Prince did. That album is still fucking great.
I will say there's 3 good tracks on. The rest is what I like to call Prince noises. Just real talk. Party Man is amazing. I thought, and I will say this because as a kid, I thought it was corny. Just real
really?
Talk. I did. Because the main reason why is because I was raised up on Michael Jackson way more than Prince. I barely heard Prince when I was a kid, so I wasn't a Prince kid at all. But that being said, though, Party Man
and Trust.
Party Man as an adult. Oh, I fucking love doom, 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 boom, boom. That, like I said, that 80s funk. Oh, I love that joint. Trust is okay. Trust is okay. That's one of those songs where I could tell Prince had no shit in trust. When he does that crap, here's me. You got that from Mike, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. You got that from Mike. Fuck that nigga.
From the nigga you try to run down with a car.
And somebody said this. No. I heard it was probably you, Eris. I never gave you this response that Prince was trying to be the joke, wanted to be the Joker.
Yeah, he that was a thing.
And it was never going to happen for one main reason.
Because
you're 4'7". Shut up.
No. It wasn't even that. The nigga was always late to the set.
Prince.
Come on, it's Prince. He's Lauryn Hill if he earned it.
He's
Lauryn Hill that earned the right to not show up.
Listen. It's all good and cute for you to do this shit on the set of Purple Rain, but nigga, this is Batman. No. This is Batman '89. This is Warner Brothers. Ironically, the company that you would end up spending a whole decade fighting to get your masters back.
Here's the fun. Look, Harrison. Here's the fun part about that. Warner Brothers. Now, we got it back though, didn't we?
Here's my thing.
I am so mad at Prince's estate for letting that shit go back.
Here's my thing to you though,
and it's the same thing as Michael's estate. They're doing the same shit.
Here's my thing. If Prince wasn't the type that be chronically late, right, and they had him as the Joker, right?
I don't think he would have been the Joker.
No. Well,
I think he would have been in it, but not as the Joker.
But if they did go with the idea of him being a Joker, let's just go with that, right? Do you think that would have sped up Michael Jackson being Spider-Man?
No, Michael Jackson can't act. Look to death. Mike can't act
because both of them were obviously competing in a way. So
here's the difference. Here's the difference. See. Mike wouldn't have just went to the studio and asked to be Spider-Man. He would have bought Marvel first just so he can be Spider-Man.
Just so I can hear, like, Chris, do we really want to hear this? No, I'm Peter Parker. No, I don't want to hear this shit.
I don't know.
I love Mike, but no.
After 97 of him playing, what did he play? The mayor? In that in the Ghost movie,
Eris again. You can't do that. That's like Prince of Purple Rain. You can't put up that structure.
I'm not putting up the structure. I'm talking about how he played different characters. The nigga was like 5 different characters in 30 minutes worth of film.
Mhm.
And I'll be honest with you, as a kid, I didn't even know that was him.
I knew that was Michael as a mayor. I knew that was him the second I said
it was him until I saw.
Get the fuck out of here. That's actually was supposed to happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was supposed to be a thing. See, that would have been a thing. This would have been a thing.
Why are you trying to scare white people? Oh my God, they gave him wings and he could catch my child.
Now listen, they would have done it. I'm pretty sure they would have done it had Bad been the way that they originally wanted to go with. Had they made it the real duet that they wanted to go with. By 89, these two were like super rivals. So, and on top of that, the man was in the middle of a tour. Hell, I think I think he was coming off his tour by the time this movie came out.
Yeah. Nobody didn't know what he didn't talk to. They didn't talk to my nigga Rick James. James wasn't doing nothing. He was just getting high in Colorado.
Hey, did y'all like the fact that one of the characters?
I wish I had a gold tooth right there, just so I could do that.
I was gonna say contemplating on keeping a woman hostage at that time.
Not yet, nigga. Not yet.
That's contemplate, nigga. He was planning it, but go ahead.
You know how many? Go ahead, Chris. You know Rick James is a cokehead. You know how many bitches I done locked up already? Like, yo, James, shut up. Rick, shut up.
I'm laughing at the fact.
Nah, they upstairs right now, nigga.
I'm laughing at the fact that like Eckert in this movie was clearly supposed to be Harvey Bullock.
He was.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that watching this movie again. I was like, that was supposed to be Bullock, and they obviously went for Eckert. But it's kind of funny how they, like I said, when you look at the because Batman animated series is closely tied to the success of this movie because just through and through. And there were certain aspects of certain characters in this movie that kind of went into the series, Bullock being one of them. That's why I looked at Eckert like, yeah, that was supposed to be Bullock. I can see that. I can definitely see that. That makes perfect sense.
Would you believe? Like, do you believe this from DJ Super Smash? I believe in Earth. In Universe 455.
That could work.
Ari made my
Earth. I want to say Earth X 9999991. Like Mike would be Green Lantern.
Hell no. Ari made my joke. You just want to scare more white people.
Yeah, true.
He molests children and he has his own rocker powered chair.
I do find it funny, like the whole sequence of Batman saving Vicky Vale and just the whole thing.
I need y'all to stop. Rick James.
I mean, Black Vulcan, not Lightning. Vulcan.
He would be he makes a better Black Vulcan than Lightning.
It wouldn't matter, nigga, because I could shoot electricity.
Did they make Well, no, but that was the whole. What if Rick James was the Hulk? That was stupid.
Rick James as the Hulk would have been actually amazing. Coked up, strong, jerry curled Rick James. Running through California.
No, it wasn't jerry curled. At this point, it was golden locks.
Yeah.
Golden locks.
Well, Marvel did a lot of crazy things, including making Punisher a black man to team up with Luke Cage. It was very weird.
Hey Tevin.
Oh,
Hey Tevin. Hey Tevin.
Jamal would have been his Bob. Jerome would have been his Bob.
This is too funny.
Go home. You too young to be saying. I'm Aquaman on Disney. And yellow singing in the mirror. And our hearts will beat as one.
That golden Jerry curl.
No more love on the rug.
No more love. No more love on the sea. Fuck it. Whatever. All right. So real quick, everybody, like, click, subscribe. And I love the comments that are coming into this episode. We're having fun.
That whole sequence of Batman and Vicky Vale escaping from the police, like Dee mentioned earlier, with the whole fucking that whole thing, him busting the Batmobile to go through a fucking small gap, which was weird.
Now here's the funny thing.
No. He did that in Batman Returns.
Okay, I'm thinking this one. I don't know, my bad. I'm tripping.
Now real quick on the Batmobile. I had the car. I had a remote control car.
I did too.
From this young, and I took the Batmobile everywhere, man.
It's iconic. I will get like who designed this car? Because
I don't know. It had to be one of Tim Burton's people because it still has that kind of that Art Deco type of look to it. So I'm gonna assume it was one of Burton's people or somebody at Warner Brothers that did it, man.
Because like I said, the Batmobile is definitely iconic, and I was one of those folks that I wasn't. Look, the Batmobile definitely got weirder once Schumacher got involved.
It was George Barris.
Okay, George Barris.
Okay.
The Batmobile, obviously, it got weird once Schumacher got it, and I was like, ew. I wasn't a fan of the tumbler in the Batman Nolan movies.
My son has the Hot Wheel. My son has the Hot Wheel of that, and I like it now.
Weird part, I did like Snyder's version of the Batmobile.
Gentlemen, can I point out that
the Snyder's version of Batmobile
can I point
insane.
Can I point out that George Barris did? Oh God, his company designed and built a shitload of Hollywood cars.
Which ones?
Let's see. One for example, he was the one behind the '66 Batmobile.
That makes sense.
The original '66.
The original '66 Batmobile, the TV series and the movie.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's see. He built the monster coach from Dragula.
Ooh.
From the Munsters.
Okay.
Let's see. He built the Hirohata Merc, which was from the 1950s. Oh God, yeah. It's like basically a lot of those cars that you see in the Batman animated series, they're pretty much based off of that, the Hirohata Merc.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you watch the animated series, they literally mimic the shit from this movie.
And he also built the car for the Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay, that tracks too. Which I still can't believe.
I remember is the pots and pans hanging off that shit.
Look, I still can't believe a thing happened in the 90s where we got the Flintstones movie and the Beverly Hillbillies movie.
Yeah,
that was a thing.
Creatively bankrupt.
That was
look. I'm calling a spade a spade. We say this about Marvel movies. I could say the same thing about those old movies back in the day. The Mob Squad, all of them, man. We can say the same thing. That thing was trash, and you know it, Chris.
I like the Mob Squad movie.
This man also upgraded.
You like the Starsky and the Hutch movie too, nigga.
Yeah, shit was dope as shit. I loved it.
Was it?
He also upgraded Kit from Knight Rider.
For Knight Rider 2000, that one.
No, from the later seasons of the original.
Oh, dude, that Knight Rider car is iconic as shit.
I know. I remember it had something to do with it.
But I remember everybody back in the day had some type of. A lot of kids had the Batman car, and
Hot Wheels, everything.
And it was so funny when my son got the tumbler. He came with like 7 other Batman cars, and basically saw the '66 one, a special one that only came out in the comic. Several of them came out in the comic. The one that was on Brave and the Bold, the one that was on the Batman. I mean, Beware the Batman. You know what I mean? So the Batmobile. It's hard to fuck it up. Even the shitty one that was in Arkham Knight was still pretty decent. Yeah,
I want to know what the Arkham Knight
tank.
I was gonna say the Arkham Knight one was pretty much the tumbler, but just
it was a tumbler. If it was a tumbler, no, it wasn't.
No, I want to say sleeker, but it was like okay. You know how Honda put out the Honda NSX, and then the Avengers version that came out in 2012, that NSX where it's a completely different car,
except it transforms into a.
Think of a big
Yeah.
It reminds me of Family Guy. Think of a normal big ass pig, right? And think of a pig or steroids where you see muscles. Oink.
The long butt.
That's how it looked like. Yes, that's how it looked like.
I think it's interesting too.
That's how it was on Arkham Knight. It was just like the tumbler was just a big old thing that you could believe busting through walls, crawling through shit. The one on Arkham Knight was it on steroids. Like ain't nothing busting me. Speaking
of which, I think it's interesting too when you look at the bat suit, right? I think D said too that bat suit was just not forgiving with all that. But I think just when you look at it in the still, it looks dope. But like in movement, it's like
the one problem I had with this movie is another problem I have with this movie. Oh, I can see the strings. Every time Batman thought to raise his cape open, I was like, stop, it looks cheap. And then when you see him floating down,
He's got to do the Batman thing. Come on.
You know what's so funny? And I was going to mention this. Have y'all noticed that in the newer Batman movies, we don't see him like that unless it's like seriously like he has.
He did it twice in the Flash movie, and that was it.
Yeah, but the reason in the Flash movie,
the reason why we don't
better
see
in
him,
the Flash movie.
The reason why we don't see him do
amazing.
The reason why we don't see him do it like that in later movies and TV shows is because much like this was the movie that started it. Remember at the beginning when he first reveals himself and he spread the wings and the freaking punk shot at him and he falls over. But then he got up and did the same thing all over.
Funniest shit ever is when they shot at him. He's like, "Take the mask off." And
No. Bob being like Bob's saying probably the funniest dumb line in the movie. Check his wallet. Why would he have a Bob? I get it.
No wonder you got shot at the end, Bob. All right, Jesus Christ.
Y'all said check his wallet.
Check his wallet. Because Batman.
Then you backed it up by saying the smart thing.
Well, you know what? Let me back up for a second. Batman does have a credit card.
We will not talk about the stupid shit that came after the Burton verse, okay? No.
It's all relative.
The civil rights finger has spoken, sir. We will not be talking about that.
And Chris, the two fingers that served in Vietnam just so you know
and that. No, and I disagree with that. Bob the Starscream in the movie. No, that would imply that Bob was looking to screw over Joker, which is something that nobody is dumb enough in the Batman verse to do. You never screw over Joker.
Unless you're my man, the ventriloquist, who accidentally killed Batman and took
No, that wasn't a ventriloquist. That was Sid the Squid, sir.
Sid the Squid, my bad.
Sid the Squid, and first of all, that shit was by accident. That nigga had never had any intention of even getting involved with the Joker.
That's one of my favorite episodes of Batman.
It's one of the best episodes ever.
I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't mean to kill him. Sure. And Joker being pissed off like, this son of a bitch killed Batman. I fucking hate this.
No, he delivered the best line ever. Without Batman, crime has no punchline.
The pressing Joker is fucking hilarious.
It is
one of the greatest lines in D's opinion. Well, Mr. J, you should put the F in funeral.
You put the word. No, you put the
fun in funeral. And what gets it for me is the cute pinch on the cheek that he gives it. Harley, I'm going to burn you a little bit when we have sex tonight. Just a little bit, not all the way. Not a full thing like usual.
The fact that the man gave a whole eulogy. I mean, a whole funeral for Batman. Just showing you how much he actually cared about him.
No, it was one of the most confusing episodes for me as a child.
I tell you what was confusing, but my man.
I didn't know how to feel about Joker. You ever see a heel in wrestling do like two good things in a row, and you're like, what side is he on? That's how I felt.
Nah, you know what was a confusing episode of Batman, but it was still good. One man was separated from Scarface, and he's like literally trying to figure exercise the demon that is Scarface, the doll and shit. It's like, all right, this is a good episode, but holy fuck, what is this?
Oh, hold on, and then shit got really real where. I think they edited it out in like future airings where you got to see the doll get shot up.
Yeah, like it was
they lit that doll up.
I was like,
so this is a little bit too violent for the children. Right after a Power Rangers episode, seeing a whole monster. Boom.
Meanwhile, the previous episode was Baby Doll, where we get an actual touching episode about. Wow,
that was a really solid episode.
I got to be real with you. It's an episode we should have never. I love that episode. It's an episode we should have never got as kids.
It's a sad episode. It's like
it's so funny. It's so funny.
We never should have got the Baby Doll episode.
I say that as this because I'm very appreciative for all of the pushing of boundaries they did for kids. Even to this day, when they push certain things on kids that you think is way too big for them,
mm-hmm.
I have an appreciation of that. I really do. This is just me looking back on it. A lot of us that just went over our head. We didn't look. A lot of us like, that was an all right episode. Then you hit 16, 18, and you see it on accident. You're like, oh my God. It's like, as appreciative I am for that episode, it's in the same way. It's like, I don't know. We should show this to the
nah.
children.
Nah. We got older. This was me.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
I'm gonna be real. It was
Fear
tears
of the
me.
mind. Fear of the mind, man.
I'm sorry.
Crazy.
One of my favorite lines in Scrooged, Niagara Falls, Frankie. that's what it was for me. It was touching.
No,
man.
it was definitely a touching episode.
The
episode for me where I felt like, are we really ready to air this episode? Perchance to Dream.
Nigga.
Is that the one where he was stuck in his dream and every time he looked at the letters, they were like all big and out of We were not ready for that episode. We were too young for that.
Especially when he figured out how to wake up from the dream. My man had to jump off.
That's what why did no one help her? Adult us.
Why did no one help her?
Like, nobody's gonna help her. Nobody's gonna help her. Don't worry, Arkham will do that. Her having to fight in the shower at Arkham, that's gonna help her ass.
She's shivering the shit out of from people.
She gets a shiv that's half her size.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. She walk up in the cell, Poison Ivy. You stand up when you piss. I better not catch you standing. I'm sitting down.
I'm dead serious. She literally makes a shiv.
Chris, it's the other way around.
She's walking around like girl Chucky.
I know, yeah. Like Poison Ivy, you better not say shit. You better not say shit. If I catch you sitting on my seat, bitch, put the toilet seat up.
No, D.
You piss standing up.
No, D, just to make sure she's standing toe to toe, she actually pulls up a footstool just so she can threaten Poison Ivy.
No, I bet Poison Ivy say that to Baby Doll.
No. See, I was because thanks to movies like Chucky, I would be terrified of Baby Doll. Because number one,
that's our problem. That is our disconnect. You're scared of Chucky. I'm not.
No. Negro. He's a doll. You can kill him. This is an actual person.
What's she going to do? Develop adult muscles and hit me?
Possibly.
Here's how fucked up I am as a person.
Depending on how Bruce Timm.
Right.
Here's how fucked up I am.
Dio did that. Paul Denny did that. Denny did this episode. I didn't do it. Denny, I didn't think that far.
Tucker, what's up? I didn't do this shit.
I didn't do this shit.
See, another reason why to be terrified. Shiv the knees.
Nigga, look, it ain't gonna be Pamela.
Get to the knee, you are down. You ain't getting up from that.
No. Hold on. She going into Arkham. You know, two of them niggas up in there are all PDFs. Hey, y'all got a new one in here? You know that's what happened.
Hold on. Here's Baby Doll. I'm 45.
Here's how much of a hypocrite I am, right?
The other rapist. I mean, cool. Just don't talk.
or given how long given how long that show was off the air, I think she would be like in her 50s or something.
50s or something. It wouldn't matter. Whatever.
Here's how much of a hypocrite I am, right?
She didn't get out of jail. She stayed in Arkham.
Here's how hypocrite I am, right? That whole episode, it's like, oh man, society should have helped her. Meanwhile, 10 years later, we're all making fun of Gary Coleman being poor on SRK forums. That's kind of fucked up, ain't it?
Yeah, get a life, nigga.
We were ruthless to that guy.
People did that same thing to Aaron Carter right before he died too. Oh, you druggie. Yeah. And the second he passed away, oh my God, I listened to all his music when I was a child. Like, y'all threw this nigga right in the trash. The second he said I got an OnlyFans and he was doing straight and gay porn, y'all was like, ugh.
Anyways, let's back up for a second. Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale. That was a very nothing burger kind of situation, wasn't it?
They keep on. It matters. It matters on the. I'm sorry, real quick, Eris. It matters on the writer. This is Bruce. This is Vicky. Yes. They always do that, and I'm not a fan of it. Go ahead.
So I do remember that. Yes, they tried to make her a thing, and I was with Bruce. He actually made a joke about it in the 2 times that that Vicky was brought up in Batman Returns. First time was I think he talked to Brian. I agree. Why SRK?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was
I
our
thought you were
form, no. It was our form of choice. But anyways, the time I do remember one of the times.
I mean, he ain't lying.
I do remember the times that that Vicky Bell was brought up in Batman Returns. First time when he actually snapped back at Alfred.
Yeah.
Like Bruce, I remember Bruce said, "You want to talk about security? You know, here I am working." And he's like, "Here I am working." Next thing I know, I turn around. "Oh, hi, Vicky. There she is. Come on in." Who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave, Alfred? It was the one time Alfred couldn't say shit.
Yeah, one job. One goddamn job.
And the second time was when he was having that in front of the fireplace talk with Selena. He was like, "Well, you see, Vicky, hold on. Ice skater or actress?" No, she was actually a photojournalist. And, you know, it just didn't really work. You know,
Box was okay. The box was okay. I think it was more of a me thing. I wasn't really into it. I was, the Joker.
I was like, okay, like that little name drop about her. I mean, I thought that was okay, but no, when he like literally just smacked Alfred with that reality of, dude, you talk about security. You let this woman into the Batcave. I'm expected to trust you with the security and sanctity of the Batcave of not letting anybody in here, and yet you walked her in here.
Now that's Alfred letting
hand, by the way, and walked her lily white ass into the damn Batcave.
That is
What's wrong with you, Pennyworth?
That is Alfred going, "Oh, Master Bruce, I just want you to get married and have a family.
Like,
and move on."
Master Bruce, I just simply wanted you to be happy in life. I
do
believe that your parents would have wanted that.
Shout out to Michael Go as Alfred.
The nightlife is not for you, Master Bruce. I feel that if you ground yourself.
Also, I'm standing 10 toes down on this. There's never been a bad Alfred in any iteration of Batman.
There has yet to be
That's
a
true.
bad Alfred. There's yet to be a bad Alfred. Yeah, Bruce was heated. There yet to be.
Even Jeremy Irons Alfred, his short time that he had was great.
No. Hold up.
Jeremy Irons should have.
Wait,
Jeremy Irons and Ben Affleck were a combo that I wanted longer, man.
Chris, let me do it real quick. Bruce figured out that the Joker was the one that killed his parents. Vicky enters.
It's the jump up like, huh.
I'm sitting here I'm sitting here with my gold trimmed glasses, my turtleneck, and my dad jeans. How dare you walk in here?
Bro, it's the one
You know it's dad jeans where they fit your ass perfectly and just stay right there.
Like, bro, it's the
So
fact
when
that
they can see the goods.
it was the freaking turn of the head, like snap, that snap oversteer turn of the head.
He said oversteer.
Yeah. What got me about it is, number one, supreme casting of young Joker. That was perfect.
I got a picture of this.
No, we do. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
That's perfect.
That was a good Jack Nicholson.
Good young Jack Nicholson.
And this is before AI. You had and you know Robert De Niro's old ass face on a young ass body.
Mildly kicking a dude on the ground.
I would love to know.
Scorsese.
I would love to know the casting. Like, all right, we need somebody that looks like Nicholson, but not really. And he's young, but still old looking in the face.
I mean,
Christian Slater was punching a brick wall.
Oh, he was.
like back when you had to hire actual people to play the role, even though he didn't even look like him.
I mean, look, Batman's parents getting killed is quite possibly. It's funny how many iterations that we have lived through of seeing Batman's parents getting killed.
Chris, can I hold on,
animated movie, fucking video games. This got the. It's like,
can I point out?
It's like Krypton being blown up. It's like
something I thought was interesting. The dude that was with him. Do you think that was a young Bob?
Maybe. I thought it was.
I thought it was too. He had the same long scruffy hair.
So that means Bob and this motherfucker killed his parents. Like, god damn.
No, that shows you who your day uno is, bro.
Gotta be honest with you. I respect the continuity on that, actually.
I'm like, please let that be a young Bob.
Oh shit, that's Bruce Wayne's son. It's crazy.
Never knew, because God knows how many remember, this is young in the mob Joker. I mean, Jack Nicholson. God knows how many people he's actually killed.
I mean,
like from that point up until becoming Joker.
I gotta be honest with you. I did like the confrontation between Joker and Bruce in his apartment.
You mean the 3 times that they actually see each other? See, throughout this whole movie, Batman and Joker actually they actually see each other 3 times. I remember the first time Jack Napier sees Batman at Axis Chemicals. The second time, Bruce Wayne sees Joker, because remember that big shootout that took place, and bro, we see freaking Bruce Wayne completely like mind blown, and he runs up on Joker on the car. But prior to that, we actually see him take a bullet like that damn near scraped his arm in the middle of that shootout.
Another rubber man's rhubarb.
Actually, well, I want to say some people really don't count it as 2 times. I mean, it's 3 times.
I counted 3
times.
personally.
No. I'm saying, well, the third time, I officially count time number 2 when Joker encounters Bruce Wayne at Vicky Vale's apartment.
Yeah.
And then finally, the 2 of them facing off at the clock tower.
Well,
those are like the 3 times they actually had an interaction.
But it was kind of interesting that he picked up on Joker being the one to kill his parents. It was like, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Because that's what Napier said.
Yeah, the line, the greatest line ever from Joker in this movie.
It's like, huh? That's sort of a thing that I say.
He's like, do you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? What? I asked that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it. Best line after that: never rub another man's rhubarb.
I remember as a kid, like it took me a minute to pick up on what was happening, because I thought that was like supposed to be the ultimate confrontation. Like, I thought in that moment as a kid that Joker figured out that Bruce Wayne was Batman, but it just turned out Joker was just there to get Vicky Vale and didn't know dick shit about Bruce Wayne being Batman other than it's Bruce Wayne, and shit,
a billionaire playboy he would have no problem firing a gun at.
But also, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that Bruce put the dinner tray underneath his shirt and shit.
They didn't. It wasn't shown very well.
It was very much Bruce looked at it, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
He looked at it and then just cut to the scene of Joker like berating Vicky Vale.
But the funny thing is, like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm like, okay, all right.
Really, cool. It was actually for me, gentlemen, it was the entire setup. Like Bruce had this entire monologue in his head because he knew. Oh yeah, prior to that whole encounter, he went there just to tell Vicky that he was Batman, and he couldn't get it out. My man just couldn't get it out.
You know what? You're right. Crazy white man, son.
Oh yeah, he's a crazy white man, son. That's the rhubbarb line. Crazy white man. But no, my man actually had.
I always took that as a woman. Like,
he had the nerve.
Stop fucking drinking my Kool-Aid, bitch.
He had the nerve to pull up on Joker and say, "I know who you are. Let me tell you about this guy I know, Jack. Mean kid, bad seed, hurt people. I like him already." Now you know the problem was he got sloppy, crazy. He started to lose it. He had a head full of bad wiring, I guess. He just couldn't keep it straight up here. He was the kind of guy who couldn't hear the train until it was about 2 feet from hitting him. You know what happened to this guy, Jack? Well, he made mistakes, and he had his lights out. Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That was her. That, ladies and gentlemen, that was DJ Sue doing
acting.
Michael Keaton as the Batman.
It's the line, man. It's that whole line.
Now I will say this:
I memorized that.
Out of all the Batmans, who do you think did a great job of playing unhinged Batman?
Keaton, hands down.
I'd never seen truly unhinged Batman outside of.
Well, that was unhinged Bruce Wayne, but
Yeah, like the unhinged
Unhinged.
Bruce Wayne that's kind of on that let's get nuts kind of thing. Like it's like, oh shit.
I don't got enough data on everybody to do that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's unfair. That's unfair.
Yeah.
Where they didn't do crazy like Michael Keaton, like that one scene.
Let's get nuts.
That one scene where he was trying to be overly aggressive on purpose and kind of purposely getting shot in the chest.
yeah,
Hey Bruce, what if they would have shot you in the
What if
face?
he shot you in the face.
But whatever. Movie, let it go. But so I always think that's an unfair thing to say when people say that. Try to when they try to knock any of the other Bruces. You know what I mean?
I think it is kind of crazy how like the later movies they put Batman in sort of a real city kind of vibe, but like Tim Burton and even Schumacher, they kind of kept it to the whole like movie set kind of vibe and stuff.
Not just movie set, but universe. Make it its own universe.
Yeah,
I think that's just the sign of the times. Because when they made the Dark Knight world, that was Chicago, Pittsburgh, and whatever I think parts of New York. And in the newest one, I think that was New York. I don't think it was Pittsburgh again. I think it was, I forgot what it is.
I forget, yeah.
I think I don't want to say Chicago, but
it's interesting how we've evolved from that time,
Yeah, because you can do stuff in the daylight. You can do stuff at different. It doesn't have to be closed off to sets, and because these movies make millions upon millions of dollars, you tell a city we're trying to film this thing here. Good example, DC. No. The Avengers. How much you gonna put in here? Go ahead. You can take the biggest street. You can take the biggest street. You paid us. Transformers. Look, Transformers. I don't know. You're gonna have to pay us. All right, Mr. Bay. All right, Mr. Bay. Go ahead. Like when you have that you have that now. Back then, it was all on sets. You had no choice but to keep it on a set. Mm-hmm. And I will say this in a way. Like, put it this way, with the way they did in the Dark Knight series, I thought it was cool because they literally blended three cities. They blended Chicago, Pittsburgh, and New York together, and just adding in a couple of other buildings and the Wayne Industries junk right there. So you can still make it, but it does take away a bit of the art that is in there when you have it on.
I think the limited of it was in Batman Returns, because when you see Batman come in there to fight the fucking what's it, the Devil Red Triangle gang or whatever and shit. It's like, let me get this right. The Batmobile went into a tunnel, the U-turn and come back, and I'm like, that's strange. Very, very small city, isn't it?
I will agree with that. As very interesting and big and future, I don't want to say futuristic, but I don't even say otherworldly, but you can tell like that's a city I never seen before type of Gotham they made. It was small. You could tell that was kind of scaled down.
But at the same time, it still worked. But it still worked because even with the chase sequence in this movie, where they're chasing them and stuff, the chase sequence still worked despite it being on a set in a way. Because
I will say this, I think it's a lot better in Returns.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a lot better in Returns. But for what the time it gave us, sure. Put it this way, they didn't do the thing that Spawn did, where it was just generic city and all you saw was back roads and a church. That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't that bad.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing too. This is what had me rolling. So the finale of this movie, right? So obviously, Batman swoops in, gets the balloons and all that stuff, right? Bell Tower. Batman fights a big black dude, knocks his head against a bell, which I'm like, all right.
The Shiva of this movie.
Head scissors. The black man with actual stuff on his face.
I'm calling it a Hurricanrana.
Mm-hmm. No, that was a head scissors. That was a head scissors. Hurricanrana is him sitting on his shoulders, then going back.
Yeah.
All right.
This one, he just flew. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We seen a black man.
Perfect form, by the way. Perfect form of him falling down.
Perfect form. I watched that twice just to make sure it wasn't no cheap shit when he got to the bottom. Either he disappeared or it was like you could tell he hit the mat. You know what I mean? So I made sure I watched it twice just in case.
I was gonna ask who the hell? I always wanted to ask who designed that damn tower.
L.J. McGotham.
L.J. McGotham.
I was trying to say Rockefeller, but I like Rockefeller didn't build nothing.
It's like an LLC in the corner of the fucking damn building and shit.
And then
you should have kept it. You should have kept it lore heavy and said stag.
Come on, guys! Come on! We can be that. Like, come on! You would hit him.
Chris gets it.
But you. Here. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. Joker,
where did he put the glasses from?
Because Joker took the time to put glasses in his suit just in case. Come on, you wouldn't hit a man with glasses now, would you?
Would you?
Shout out to my wife with her cat glasses here.
No, you know what's funny is how my man was talking to Vicky in the museum, right? Brings out fucking old girl and was like, "Yeah, you can just go see her," and she has the mask on. I'm like, "So you just purposely fucked her face up?"
And then he had the best line. I'm no Picasso.
I'm no Picasso, but do you like it?
Oh, that being said, we didn't explain the one thing I love about Joker. The one thing I love about Joker is that in every movie, every iteration of Joker, they set him up with a perfect joke, which in this one is this. Are you joking?
Do I look like a joke?
That face is like...
It's been the fact that he put that makeup on. Hold on, the fact that he put that makeup on earlier when he had the meeting with the bosses, and they were like, "Yeah, and what's with that stupid grin?" Again, this same face. Life's been good to me.
Like you have to have like they set up Joker all the time. Remember Michael John White? Do you think this is funny? Yeah. Just very quickly, very quick, just very quick like that. Another one. Hi.
Somebody posted a video on Instagram that said, "Yo, it still wilds me out that Harvey didn't even know that was Joker until he took the mask."
Exactly.
Here's why it works. Though.
Reaction.
Here's why it works, because it's so fucking stupid. Because the regular person be like, "Oh, that's Joker. Here's Harvey." I'm like, but you didn't notice the face, like
you just saw like the first side of the mask come off, and you start freaking out.
Like
you nigga, how medicated are you?
One of the funniest things, like I say, Joker always gets set up for a joke, man. Joker, this is not the time to laugh. Well, Batman, on my clock, it says it is. Like, you always got to set him up for that shit. And of course, it works in reverse, like old Robot Chicken. They were about to electrocute Joker. Any last words, Joker? All I know is I hope that Christ has forgiven me. Is that some type of joke? No.
I told y'all my favorite. Like,
go ahead.
Before we started recording, I told y'all my favorite joke. The Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond movie. Tim Drake, who still has enough wherewithal to move the gun like a couple inches to the right. Kapow! Joker gets shot with his own gun. That's not funny. That's not.
I ain't gonna lie.
Here's me. Yes, it is. That's actually funny.
I ain't gonna lie. As fucked up as making Tim Drake the little Joker, I kind of laughed at the little Joker fucking smile, like just in the shadows. Perfect.
It's like just shadow covering face, and all you see is teeth.
I like how Joker. One of my favorite jokes was. What was that? No, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't like one of my favorite jokes. Actually, it was when Red Hood bust that door open. Joker.
Nah.
Like, that gets me every single time because Joker's like, "Oh, we doing this?"
Nah. He kills my man when he's talking to a fucking Black Mass, and he kills my man after drinking some water.
Clears the room, by the way. Clears the room.
Black Mask is unfazed, like, all right, well, fuck. I messed that one up. But nah, best line ever in this movie. Batman, Batman. Can somebody tell me what kind of world we live in where a man dresses a bat gets all the press? This town needs an enema.
This town needs an enema.
If I may, sir. Tell me something. Sorry. Got the wrong one. This one. What do you want? My face on the $1 bill.
I hate how Nostalgia Critic made a point with him with that.
Yeah, the fact that he actually thought about it too.
Because he did
the
my face on the
$1 bill.
That nigga took time to actually,
like a split second to think about it.
Nobody asked me that question. You know that? No, Miss Vale, thank you. Speaking of which,
it was that line and one of my other favorite lines. I now do what other people only dream. I make art until somebody dies. See? I'm the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist.
Fair.
Look, that's a psychopath in D's book.
No, the other part of that, and again, to prove his point that he makes art until someone dies. Recently, I had a recent tragedy in my life. Alicia here.
Broken mask.
Broken. Pulls up the broken mask. Dropped herself out of a high-story window. Oh my god! What? You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Broke the mask. Oh god! You know what? I forgot. We forgot to mention throughout this entire show the drinking game. Every time Vicky Vale screams, take a shot.
Speaking of Vicky Vale, real quick, Chris, you're familiar with this. There's a couple of things that I hate Frank Miller for. I will never forgive Frank Miller for making Vicky Vale this girl that wanted to slob all over Bruce Wayne and at the same time bring him down. Like he made her like as soon as I get the scoop, Bruce Wayne and all the Wayne Industries are gonna fall down. But I have to use my womanly charm, and she's getting naked and all that. Jim Lee is like drawing it, and Frank Miller's over there. Now make your titties bigger.
It's like do something.
You say that, Eris. You need to see the notes that he gave Jim Lee. It is some of the most red pill white man BS. Jim Lee, no bull crap. Because Linkara showed the little lines that he got for it. If you, it's like, yo, Frank, for the 2000s, this is effed up.
Dude. Look. Jim Lee is just like, did the check clear? Cool, we're great.
Get that dirty shit off of here, man. This is why we don't fuck with you like that, nigga.
Jim Lee's logic is,
hard H, hard R.
even the Amazonian whores. Jim Lee's logic is, did the check clear? Fuck it. All right, cool.
That's all. Jim Lee has been that way for the last 20 years. And when DC showed back up, I know you sick of Image. Yeah.
You want to run DC, Jim? You betcha.
No. Do you want to run DC? No, I don't. Close door. Oh my God, thank you. Do you know that niggas is buying Ferraris in here and the check ain't cleared yet? Dog, get me out of here.
Motherfucker still can't draw feet.
I like to point out.
Nobody can write in this motherfucker. Nobody can write.
I would like to point out, gentlemen, that this is the movie where we get to finally talk about one actor, Robert Wool, aka Arliss.
I meant to get a picture of Robert Wool in this movie, and Robert Wool,
he plays Alexander Knox in the movie.
That fucking HBO show Arliss.
Yes, the show.
Bro, that show was on the air for a hot minute, from 96 to 2002.
Because HBO didn't have any programming that wasn't a movie or HBO original movie.
Sheesh.
Come on, they gave Gary Shandling a show for multiple years.
Stop. But But also, Gary Shandling is actually good at what he does. I'm not saying that Robert Wool didn't deserve all those years of Arliss on HBO. That's when HBO can get away with showing the show for 18 seasons before somebody snatched their shell.
True. He was The Rock before Ballers.
How is Ballers? Don't tell me Ballers is still
No. Ballers is done. It's been done.
Thank you. I thought Ballers was still like. Don't tell me that was.
That self-serving jerk off of a fucking show, which I actually did enjoy. I ain't gonna lie.
The best boxing, in my opinion. The best boxing is on HBO.
Yes.
Always
HBO boxing. I don't know. Let's toss it between HBO and Showtime.
Well, it's always been those two. But remember, HBO always got Michael Buffer. And Showtime always got your boy. It's Showtime.
Hold up. Who got Mills Lane? Showtime or HBO?
It mattered. It mattered where they were fighting at.
Okay.
Yeah, it mattered because Mills Lane and a bunch of them niggas. It matters where who's in the fight, which referees are actually going to be bidding for the fight. You know how that goes, man.
Okay.
But that was during that time you could have a show on there for a couple seasons and let it fly. Real talk, if it was present day, I think Spawn would only made one season. The fact they got how many seasons did they have on HBO? 3 seasons.
3 seasons. My bad.
Yeah, they had 3 seasons. If it would have came out today, it would only been 1. Back in the day, HBO, you could fly with a couple of these shows. If it got just enough ratings, it will stay there.
Now, do you bear in mind it was 6 episodes per season?
Yeah, still that doesn't. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. As long
as it made. So you're saying it would have just been 6 episodes and it been done?
Yeah. Present day HBO, Max HBO that we're dealing with right now. Yeah.
I disagree with 6. They would have at least done 10.
It don't matter, Eris. 1 season. That's what I'm saying. It only would have been 1 season.
I don't know.
With a full-on hard cliffhanger. That's what it would have been.
Don't do that. Stop reenacting what actually happened to us in '99.
Eris, check it out. They would have Swamp Thing that whole jump, man. They would have Swamp Thing.
No, see what happened to Swamp Thing was bad. It was terrible, but it's Swamp Thing.
I'm a Swamp Thing, Mark. Don't do that.
Hey, Chris. Check out the nigga that never seen an episode of Swamp Thing.
I actually did see an episode, so you can shut your whore mouth there, sir.
If you saw it with your slut box.
To me, the fact that USA got some knowledge out of that the fact that USA got so much mileage and Sci-Fi Channel got so much mileage off the OG Swamp Thing TV show is crazy to me. And that was a great. I actually like that show.
Brian, go home. Yes, 6 episodes per season. There was 3 seasons. 6. Stop it. I get it.
Message.
Hey, Brian. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of every one of all of you.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
Showing Millhouse today. That's enough.
Hey, question, gentlemen. So, did y'all know that back in the late '70s, when Batman's popularity really wasn't going anywhere, started to dip off, that CBS was actually interested in producing a Batman in outer space movie?
Well, that was a load of shit.
Beautifully timed. Thank you. So basically, they purchased the film rights.
That's the equivalent of Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Yes, but this is in the 70s. Okay, all right. So check this out. It was October 3rd, 1979. It was Michael Uslan's wish to make the definitive dark, serious version of Batman, the way that Bob Kane and Bill Finger had envisioned him in 1939. Creature in the night, stalking criminals in the shadows, that sort of thing, right? So, so Guy Hamilton was basically approached to direct it, and he turned it down. Like 2 people turned down the offer to direct the movie, and Uslan was very unsuccessful in pitching Batman to various movie studios because all the movie studios on the lot wanted to make the movie similar to the 1960s campy TV series.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. We made this.
I don't believe this story actually happened, Eris. I think
no, but
I feel like this is fake Hollywood lore, Fake.
It is not.
Fake news.
It is not. It is
fake
not.
news.
It is not.
Kamala's actually Indian, and she turned into a black
It is
person.
not.
This is
It
fake.
is not. It is not. You know, the fact that the man was so disappointed, he then decided to write a script that was entitled Return of the Batman to give the film industry a better idea of his vision of the film. And he later compared his dark tone to that of the successful 4-part comic book known as The Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
Here's the thing about Dark Knight Returns. And I think that's
overrated. But go ahead.
I think that was go ahead.
So by November of by November,
It's one of the stupidest poses, but I will fight you to death. It ain't badass. If it ain't badass, though.
In November of '79, producers John Peters and Peter Gruber joined the project. And that's when Uslan became executive producer. And the four felt that it was best to pattern the film's development after that of 1978 Superman.
Which I get.
They then pitched Batman to Universal Pictures. Studio, of course, turned it down. No movie studios were yet involved in the project, was publicly announced with a budget of $15 million in July of 1980 at the Comic Art Convention in New York. Damn. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the successful Superman film franchise, decided to accept and produce Batman.
It's a lot of revisions to get to this point. That's crazy.
I know.
But it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because they did that kind of solidified DC getting pretty much bought out by Warner Brothers.
It's kind of crazy.
This is the pre-sprinkles of that.
Oh, hold on. There's more of this too. So there was a script that was titled The Batman in June of 1983, focusing on Batman and Dick Grayson's origins, with the Joker and Rupert Thorne as villains, and Silver St. Cloud as the romantic interest.
Okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. The Batman was then announced in late 1983 for a mid-1985 release date on a budget of $20 million. And of course,
20 million at 85.
80. Yeah, no, 80. Okay, it was announced in 83. It was to be released in 85. So you're looking at maybe a late 83 or probably an 84. $20 million budget.
20 million back in the 80s period.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and also, who was it? Was it McCanzowitz? Originally wanted an unknown actor for Batman, William Holden for James Gordon, David Niven as Alfred Pennyworth, and Peter O'Toole as the Penguin.
Peter O'Toole, Jesus Christ!
Well, that was a load of shit.
I'm being real. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I'm being real on that one.
Hold up. I got half a can of sprinkles here. A number of filmmakers attached to the script. A number of filmmakers were attached to the script, including Ivan Reitman and Joe Dante.
Again, you fucking idiot!
It was
Joe Dante would have fixed it. But it would have been corny.
Nigga. Just to show you how Reitman this movie was going to be, Reitman wanted to cast Bill Murray as Batman and Eddie Murphy as Robin.
Well, that was a load of shit.
9 rewrites were performed by 9 separate writers.
Most
of them.
Why?
Most of the rewrites were based on strange apparitions. However, it was McCancewitz's script that was still being used to guide the project due to the work that they did together with the film Swamp Thing. God, it's a circle.
It's all about Swamp Thing. It's DC.
Wes Craven was among.
See Eris, Swamp Thing, Batman.
It's like poetry. So if they rhyme, every stanza.
Yeah. Wes Craven was among the directors that Melkener and Uslan considered while looking for a director. This was going to be the weirdest movie that we would have got in the mid-'80s.
You bet your sweet bippy I did.
Back up off the mic a little bit, Harris. I'm just saying you were popping. You were popping. That's all.
Just. This was going to be the. I was going to say this was.
This
was definitely going to be the weirdest movie in the mid '80s.
There was a lot of moving parts across the board on just getting this movie made. That's crazy.
And it was because of the success of Pee-wee's Big Adventure in '85 that Warner Brothers hired Tim Burton to direct it in the first place.
Which Pee-wee's Big Adventure is so fucking hilarious.
It is.
Burton.
It's dated, but it's good. It's a weird kind of dated. You know what I mean? Like you could have made Pee-wee's Big Adventure today, but it's one of the things. If you were alive at that time, that's all, man.
It's funny that Burton and his then girlfriend Julie Hickson wrote a new 30-page film treatment, feeling the previous script was, at that time, they considered that script campy. The success of Dark Knight Returns and the graphic novel Batman the Killing Joke rekindled Warner Brothers' interest in the film adaptation. So Burton was initially not a comic book fan, but he was impressed by the dark and serious tone found in both of these stories. Warner Brothers enlisted the aid of Englehart to write.
I stand corrected. Thank you.
There you go. They enlisted the aid of Englehart to write a new treatment in March of 1986. So they were still, it was still based on his own strange apparitions, which included Silver St. Cloud, Dick Grayson, the Joker, and Rupert Thorne, as well as a cameo appearance by the Penguin. Warner Brothers was impressed, but Englehart felt that there were too many characters. He removed the Penguin and Dick Grayson in his second treatment, finishing the story in May of 1986.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's inject some Marvel into it.
Stop it!
What the fuck, Chris?
Stop it, Chris.
This is about the Batman. Now, if that was Green Lantern, we could say something. But no, well, you had to bring Marvel in there.
But you know what's crazy to me, because it's probably the funniest inside joke from Spider-Man No Way Home, though, is how like Spider-Man is telling Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, I was teaming up with the Avengers, and they're like, no, it was an Avenger.
No, it was. Dude, it was Maguire had the best reaction. The Avengers? That's great. What is that?
And going back to what Sue just said about how like Batman felt so self-contained because obviously Superman doesn't exist in this world and all that and stuff, right? And not until the George Clooney makes that dumbass line and stuff. Like,
are we talking about the credit
This
card?
is why Superman works alone.
Yeah, that line. Yeah, I know.
Everything that was said in that movie
that
wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger needs to go to hell.
Nice to meet you.
Oh man, Schwarzenegger was my nigga through that whole movie, man.
But it's like I think at the time, like you think about the priorities of where we were at with movies and stuff. It's just you never really think about like the idea of Batman teaming up with Superman at the time because we were just so hyper focused on, oh shit, they did a Batman movie, right? And nowadays it's like you see a superhero movie, it's like, okay, so when is Batman going to team up with Superman? It's like, can Batman actually just do his own thing for a minute before we start talking team ups and shit?
Like, and that's just the evolution.
This is something that was interesting, Chris. So, despite the fact that the script that we got, the movie that we got, prior to all this, what's her face? Silver St. Cloud was replaced with Vicky Vale, and Rupert Thorne was replaced with Carl Grissom.
That's interesting.
Yeah, think about that. Imagine if we actually got Rupert Thorne in the movie instead of Carl Grissom.
It wouldn't be Christopher Walken, so just get it out your mind.
Yeah.
You think it would have been?
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
Too early.
Christopher Walken was doing McBain at this point. He wasn't thinking about this.
No, that's true.
Well,
Which is funny because which is funny considering that was it like just 3 short years later he would come in and be freaking Max Schreck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, I'm sorry. I thought I'm getting Thorn stripped over straight. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. My bad. That being said, though, I don't think it would never happen, though, man. I think they were right, especially when you do any of these movies like this. you got to think about all the moving parts that are in it, and I think that's the one problem that a lot of people have with, especially what was that Phase 5 Marvel. A lot of people's like, I don't know who that person is. It's like, no, you got to follow this and follow that. I don't know who any of these people. My dad killed me. My dad was like this. I ain't know. My dad, who watched every episode and liked it, I didn't know there was like 4 different Captain Americas. Oh, Dad, you don't know.
Oh, you don't know, do you? Nah, you know what's interesting. Like
yeah, I was cool with it, but there was like 5 different Captain Americas.
When you look at Tim Burton, though, like just as his approach to Batman, it's kind of interesting how like when you get the Batman Returns, it solidified people like, yeah, Burton really doesn't read comics, does he?
No, he doesn't. Even though the script was written by a comic book fan, Sam Hamm. In fact, there was one scene in his script that had a young James Gordon on duty the night of Bruce's parents' murder. When his script was rewritten, the scene was deleted completely, reducing it to just a photo in the Gotham Globe newspaper.
Yeah, and I think that's
trim it down.
And I think because I mean, even when Kevin Smith talks about when he did his Superman script and how Tim Burton just basically is like, yeah, this script is bullshit. I was like, God damn, like, and again, Kevin Smith, he's a comic book head, so he's doing all that stuff, and Tim Burton is looking at the script like, nah, I'm good.
And that's
because you didn't make it dark, sir.
But also at the same time, that's the disconnect that you get right now. Like, I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige saw the most gumpish comic book shit that flew across his desk. Like, no.
You have to, because you have to have a balance, because it's like, because I think was it
on the trash. I'm pretty sure he has.
Because I mean, Nate Moore said it best. It's like, yeah, obviously you want people that's knowledgeable, but you don't want somebody that's too close to it, to where you can't at least do something different and unique that still keeps to the spirit of it. Because if you're too much of a slave to the book, it's like, well, what different? Like, I might as well just go ahead and just read the comic book if I wanted just one for one here. Like,
exactly.
You know, you gotta do at least a little bit of a spin on it and stuff. So it's like, that's why I can give Tim Burton the credit that when he went into this movie, he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my own thing, but the spirit of Batman is still there when you watch the movie. So it's not like it was off reservation that much, you know.
It's one thing to do your own thing and still have the creators of Batman be impressed and and praise your work. You know, you can also say, fuck this, I'm gonna do my own thing, and you have the creator be absolutely pissed and despise your work. Hello, Stanley Kubrick.
Exactly.
Like Stanley Kubrick, like, hey, Stanley, Stephen King says, go fuck yourself.
Like, we know what people look, Eric, like Chris, we know a couple of people.
That was his attitude for The Shining. I'm just saying.
Intense Stanley Kubrick face, just like, oof.
And then, which I love that when he finally made the miniseries of The Shining, and you can tell that, okay, I understand what Steve wanted in this book, but then you look at it like, hey, Steve, you had fucking Stanley Kubrick make this iconic, and the first thing you go, no, this is not my story. Like, and I totally understand that to an extent, but sometimes it's like, that's just stupid, man. But that being also said, Alan Moore, that whole time watching The Watchmen, the fuck is this?
Weird, because here's the weird part. Me and Shaggy, we watched The Watchmen, and we look. I like Zack Snyder's take on The Watchmen. Was it a bit over the top at moments? Yes,
it was over the top. I think that's really what it was. It turned into Hollywood BS, and I think
but at the same time, it's like I did like it. I ain't gonna lie, like it's. Fuck, I did like it.
I can't understand why Alan hated every second of it.
But Alan Moore hates everything.
Same thing, but hold on. Yeah, that's different. He has 2 speeds of it. Him making pure sense why he hates it, and the other one's like, hey, Alan, ain't you still getting paid by this? Shut up. But then you have stuff like with Doom Patrol, where they try to take stuff, and Grant Morrison's like, thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I did that to the character and you changed it up, but thank you. I actually kind of like it that way. Mm-hmm. Even how all of us Witcher fans are throwing tomatoes, shoes, and everything else at the Witcher right now. The dude that wrote Witcher, It's its own universe, guys. Calm down. Hey, calm down, you asshole. This is your story that ruined it. I'm getting paid.
It's like that chair.
I don't look. Wait, hey, Eris, right to it. You think I like this DEI shit? I'm from Poland. There ain't no black people. How you think I like it?
I love it.
No, but you know what I'm getting? A check from Netflix.
So gentlemen, you know how we've always gone off the rule that Batman doesn't kill, correct?
Oh, that nigga kill people.
Bruce kills. Bruce gonna kill people.
Well, can we say that
he doesn't purposely kill nobody?
Not purposely, at least until the third act. I don't even want to count him yeeting a black man, a sub boss off of a tower.
Oh, ain't no way he hit the ground lived. No,
he didn't. He didn't hit the ground. I want to say he at
the
least
Shocker should have got that from Spider-Man.
I want to say he at least hit some flight of stairs. But
he hit Eris. He hit a flight of concrete when he got to the bottom.
I still want to say he hit the stair.
Nah, that nigga made a Yamcha dent in the ground. Don't do that.
No. The one who made the Yamcha dent in the ground was Joker, which
had to be Joker,
which I count as like the full official kill of Batman. I'm like, bro, you shot a batarang at the Joker's leg and attached it to a freaking
that wacky Joker copter.
I was thinking you beat me to it with the loco. Who was the nigga that stole the helicopter? And then who were the goons that had to stay out there?
Let me tell you something. I gotta find that company that makes it, because they make biker jackets as well as very, very impressive costumes. CJ, you were with me at Comic-Con when they had them there, but I took a picture of me wearing the purple Joker goon jacket.
Oh yeah,
the purple bomber jacket. I need that in my life. I'm mad that they couldn't use the same logo from the '89 movie. Instead, they replaced it with the Ledger Joker face.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was because a licensing thing they couldn't do it, but I was like, bro, I need that logo. You got to replace it. Can you do a commission? I'm just asking, please. Oh, but that was an official kill. Like, bro, you attached the freaking batarang, the freaking bolo to a damn to a freaking gargoyle statue, and full well that he was not going to hang on to that damn rope ladder. Especially once the freaking gargoyle statue broke off.
Who was the one of the helicopter that didn't do the smart thing and lower down just a little bit? The two guys that just learned how to fly that thing not 48 hours ago. Speaking of which, who caught that helicopter after it flew off?
I was just about to ask that. Who caught the helicopter?
GCPD? I guess
that being said, Eris, you said a Yamcha dent. No. I think it's a perfect suit on the ground and just blood splatter going in 5 different directions. There is nothing left to Joker.
No, that was the thing that didn't make any sense. This man cratered the ground when he landed. The only blood you saw was just a little bit of this shit across the mouth.
Rated PG.
I know that is PG rating there, gentlemen.
Oh man, that was. I just like how we go from that to no, it wasn't supposed to. It's amazing how we went from that to this. I mean, from Batman 1989 to intense ass scenes.
An additional 30 minutes.
Dog, when me and Eris will watch the Batman, right? And I'm like, all right, that's
the best.
Me and Eris are sitting there like, oh, this is an interesting ending too.
That was like,
all right, it's gonna probably end with a cliffhanger because I think apparently it was supposed to end with him Joker being in prison, but whatever, right? It's like, oh, he beats Riddler, and it was gonna be their conversation. That's gonna be the end. And all of a sudden, when he was like, oh, I still have another trick under my sleeve, and he starts singing the song, and I was like,
what are you talking about?
I was
like,
what did you do? Boy, it's amazing that we went from boys. I'm gonna need a minute. We went from that to fracture, maybe shoot a man. That would have been very painful.
No, you just shoot a man before you throw them out of a plane.
No, then we went from that.
Look,
then we went from
movie ended so bad, man.
No, wait, then
Bane was awesome.
No, listen, we went from that to, oh, you're not as smart as I gave you way too much credit.
Nah. Forever goaded seed. Oh, you think you're the darkness? He just grabs Batman out the darkness like
By the time I
that
say
command grab him. Chris, that was a full command grab.
Oh god, that was a cutie.
The editing of it is so fucking hilarious because it
oh yeah, my favorite.
That battle cry yell at Bane like
Bane with the come at me, bro.
My face on a $1 bill to look at me. Look at me. Like, what the fuck has happened to the Batman series? God, I will give it up.
Look at me like, oh shit.
You see, this is the problem with Gotham.
And commencing to beating a man to death off screen.
Wearing a fucking dollar store Batman suit and shit.
You know where we're at right
I'm
now?
not wearing hockey pants.
Wearing them Nike boots, though. You have to. You gotta be flexible.
Jesus.
I love it.
Fucking beating the shit out of a fucking damn Joker recruit and shit. Just...
It's like this, and I say it with both DC and Marvel. I do hate how there is saturation, but at the same time,
what a time!
What a time! I will give it that. As much as I hate a lot of the way that both sides, I mean it. When I say both sides, I mean it. I saw the Flash. You can kiss my ass with it. I saw the Marvels. You can kiss my ass with it. I'm sick of all of y'all. But at the same time, when goodness drips down, it drips down hard. And it's like, damn it, I gotta keep watching.
Gentlemen, we went from wait till they get a load of me to and here we go.
No. We went to Debo saying, give me the detonator.
Duo, you should have done different minutes ago.
Oh.
Hey, Debo, what if they press the button?
Condre, don't you think?
No, I would seriously answer that question. Hey, Debo, what if the other boat pressed the button?
Well, I guess we all gonna die then. Don't be a noble nigga in the middle of all this.
Randomly appearing in this movie, by the way.
I got my check though, didn't I? Yes, you did, Mr. Zeus.
That's fair enough. Fair.
Yes, Mr. Lester Zeus.
How about a magic trick, nigga? Let me tell you something. I've never seen. Look, kids are crazy. Little kids in Batman Dark Knight were laughing at the pencil trick.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yo, we went from cartoonishly long gun.
Oh, when he took, let me tell you something. That is bar none the funniest shit ever. He takes out this big gun and just aims and takes out the fucking bat plane.
Freaking Hawkeye Joker.
Takes out the bat plane. I'm like, wow, that's a
what did he say? What did he say when he the first time when he say like, why you got that smile like that? He's like, what did he say?
The first time he got the smile. You talking about at the meeting when he said, life's been good to me.
We went from that, Eris. We went from that to tape rolling around. Tape rolling around. I'm sorry, what did the Riddler do with that dude's body? Boy, Jesus. I understand why older people that look at this shit. And thank you. We went from I got a lot to smile about to. Did I ever tell you how I get these scars? You know, my dad was a drunk.
You know, he went from Vicky Vale to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And then back to, and then hold on, then to Zoe Kravitz.
Hey, that was an upgrade.
Better. I'm still questioning her acting ability, but better.
Gentlemen.
Thank you. Those are facts. I like how Zoe Kravitz is like year 12 as an actress, and I'm still like, can you act?
hey, gentlemen, question. Real quick. I would like to point out that we went from why so serious to hey, why are you showing me that? What are you doing? Come on.
Look at it.
Open your eyes.
So in other words,
shout out to Jeffrey Wright, man.
So in other words, y'all, when it comes to the Batman series,
Habibi firebombing got a missile to. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up.
the Habibi line, always give it.
Genius line. Genius line. Jim Gordon.
I want you to punch me in the face.
I don't want you to tell me.
We gotta get you out of here.
He got him out the most niggerish way possible.
And yet it went wacky 66 Batman with Batman running it out of the police station.
I swear the only thing missing was him holding a bomb over his head.
Dog, think about it. Actually, thank you. We went from there's just no way to sometimes you don't know where to throw a bomb, put a bomb. We went from that. We went from that to you see, you don't want to punch them in the head. See, the next thing you do,
never start with the head. The victim gets all fuzzy. They can't feel the next. See,
I like how Joker thought about it for 2 seconds. Like, see, that didn't even hurt me, bro.
That Benny Hill theme was in my head when he ran out that police station.
Like I said, I will never I hate that movie and love that movie for doing one thing. Mr. Gordon, the Batman's with me. Like, but his cape is like dragging all over the evidence. You gonna let this man contaminate a whole crime scene? He gets results for me.
Well, when it comes to Commissioner Gordon, we went from hey, he gave us a signal to I need a minute, guys.
Scoop. Close the door, guys. Close the door.
Shout out to Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman getting sick. Get us a coffee. What about you?
all the way up to we gotta get you out of here.
I love that we got Negro Gordon. I love
it. Hey, shout out to anybody that watches that finished Batman K Crusader. We got Negro Gordon.
Yep.
Got a red head.
Animated form.
We got look. Here's the fun part. Everybody says, so just gonna call a black girl red? Nigga, you never lived in the hood. She is red. What you talking about, man? We had a couple of reds. What you talking about? That's Redbone. Hey, what's up, B?
But also,
your white mama gave you that hair, nigga. I'm black, okay.
But also,
whatever you say, okay, like this. All right, sure, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but me to all the white dude bros.
Shut up. Be quiet.
Stay out of black people's business.
I will say this, y'all. It was fun talking about
black proms.
Exactly.
This is really fun talking about this movie, man.
What's next?
What's the next one is my choice, and my choice. We're finally doing this. We're going to leave the ugly streets of Gotham and get back to New York City. That's right. That's right. I get to take down more punks that keep on driving the city into a hole. And maybe I can meet an old friend. And maybe at the same time, do a little good in my community. Come on, think about it. The cops ain't looking for me.
That was 3?
You better believe it. The one where I take out a Gatling gun and just go. That nigga brought out a real life street sweeper.
The movie where it turned into fucking Time Crisis 3.
That joint turned into Lethal Enforcers real quick.
Only thing missing is, I think, look, the best joke from Nostalgia Creator, like all of us. No, I think it was Angry Video Game Nerd. He's like, it just turns to a second player just joining the screen.
Second player.
It is one of the most.
I would say it turned into Narc.
It's unhinged as shit.
Imagine, if you will, if the Canon Group said, get all the warriors or all the people that were trying to fight the warriors and let them be at the street when God, what was his name?
Kersey.
Kersey, yeah, when Kersey shows up. When Paul Kersey shows up.
Featuring Bill from Bill and Ted.
Yeah, Winters is in that joint. Yep. And a bunch of old ass actors
and Hispanic with a pipe gun.
I love it, man, because I love it, man. We're like I said, we got Death Wish 3 and one more Death Wish, and we're done with the series. Will we ever do the Bruce Willis? No, I'm not doing 5.
You don't want to do 5?
Eric, Chris, you talking about 70-year-old Michael Parks is the young one. Let me put that in perspective. Michael Parks is the younger villain who has Charles Bronson by at least 35 years. The only thing good about the 5th one is that the credits eventually show. Don't do that. I'm not having us go to that. It's not even, and you know why? It's not even really a canon flick when you go through it. I don't think canon.
How is it that Liam
Golden
Neeson
Globe has produced it, but it's not under canon or anything, man.
How is it that Liam Neeson has the career that Chuck Bronson was having?
This all tracks. This tracks.
What? How is Eris a Raphael and I'm not?
I know D is the angry one. What are you talking
Yeah, I'm the angry one, the nigger one. The nigger one. Jesus. I'm the oldest. So yeah, technically
he's the one that gets beat up by the Foot Clan and thrown through a window.
Give me a break. Look.
I'm only saying that because Raphael's my favorite turtle.
Give me a break.
Sue would be the fucking Michelangelo. Oh, fellow Chucker, eh?
Oh yeah, that's you, Eris. That's you.
It's like fellow Chucker, eh?
Keep practicing.
Speaking of which, we got TMNT.
You got a mind like a steel trap, lady.
Yeah, D's definitely the 89 one. Damn! Crying with Master Spoilers trying to teach me shit.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I have a giant R on my freaking belt buckle.
So let's get this straight. We got TMNT. What was the Turtles movie that? See. I agree with that. What was the Turtles movie? Not Turtles in Time. Jesus, the Turtles movie where they met the old versions of themselves.
Turtles Forever.
Yeah,
Turtles Forever. The 2 Bay Turtles.
Yep.
And the last one that came out. So we got 5 of them. We got 5 of them left.
Yeah. Great. But yeah, Death Wish 3.
Yeah,
folks.
Death Wish 3 is the next one.
This ain't over.
This ain't over. So everybody,
we return to Paul Kersey.
going back to New York City. New York City, here I come.
I like how he done fucked up LA enough that he decided to go
back to New York. It's like the real world back to New York. It's like they're back to New York.
Look, the Punisher tried. It came close.
I'm not gonna talk about my favorite. I'm not gonna talk about my favorite season of the real world Back to New York.
Hey, Punisher Warzone. Wacky chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Wacky.
Didn't have Travolta.
Beautiful.
But whatever.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll be back, folks. Peace out. Somebody